What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 13 of Bono's Gamers. I'm joined tonight by Yugi601. How's it going, brother?
What's going good? How you guys feeling? It's good to see you again, man.
It's good
Appreciate
to see
you
too.
having me. This is awesome.
I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, I feel like. And
Yeah,
it
I've
has
been
been
a
a couple
little.
of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a little AFK, but I'm coming back this week, so this is a great way to start it.
Nice. Very good. I have been like sick, man. I've had the flu.
Yeah.
And my voice is still kind of weird. And I am ready to go to sleep right now. But I already had this thing planned, and we're doing a giveaway tonight, and so I felt like I had to make sure that we were on tonight. And
yes, this was gonna happen.
Yeah. So here we are, and I think Falcon's coming, but he's still streaming, so he might not know what time it is.
Probably not. I wouldn't put it past Falcon to not know the time. We love him.
We do love him. Love him so much. Yep. Great guy. Loves the Lord.
Amen.
But we got some topics we're going to cover tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go over those real quick, and we're going to hit on this BAFTA, which is like a British gaming awards show. They had a poll. They polled like 4,000 people over there in Britain, and they came up with the top 20 most iconic gaming characters of all time. And I want to talk about this list because I think it's, quite frankly, just straight up wrong. It is just not right. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk what it means to be an icon in general, what that means. And we're also going to do our own top 20 list. And so I've got one of those the tier maker pages set up ready to go, and we're gonna do this live. We're gonna do our own tier list of top 20 characters. We're gonna do the giveaway, which is in the pinned comment below on this live stream. You will see there's a giveaway. You can click on that link, and all you have to do to enter is tell me one kind and encouraging thing that you've done for somebody recently, and that will enter you to win. And then that's gonna unlock about 10 bonus entries that you can do. And the prize is this streaming kit from AverMedia. It's got a webcam and a headset with a boom mic on it. And
nice.
So if you've been wanting to get into streaming or up your conference meeting game or something at home, this will help you do that.
You can pull up to the meeting looking like a pro gamer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In your suit. And then after the giveaway, we're going to talk about this article I came across from The Guardian, talking about Gen Z and how they're drawn to retro gaming. And I really want Falcon's take on this article. So hopefully he'll be on with us here shortly. But your take obviously too, but he's Gen Z. That's what I meant by that. And all right, I don't know what generation you are. What generation are you?
I am. Hold on, my camera went off. No.
Green triangle man.
Green triangle man. My bad. I am a millennial.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Oh, come on. You're in good company.
Good. Okay. It is not hostile territory right now. No, but I mean, I feel like there could be so much to it. I think
there's definitely a lot to it. Yeah.
I feel like, for example, a lot of Gen Zers I speak to are very fond of indie games that have that look and feel.
Oh yeah.
So I can see how they're like, hey, these indie games are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like might be something here. Let me tap into the past a little bit.
Right.
And see what I can get in. Well, I mean, the rest is history, I'm sure.
So we're going to go over that tonight. And let's see. I want to start by just talking about what have you been playing? I just want to know what you've been playing. Have you been playing anything interesting?
Yes.
I love this question because like I like hearing what other people have been playing because a lot of times I'll discover something that I don't know about when I'm talking to
Okay,
you know.
fair enough. Okay. So I've been playing a lot of games actually. I've been playing more than I should, but the reason is because again, like I told you, off stream, I was taking care of my wife for a little while.
Yeah.
And as I was watching over her, she would be in bed a lot. She was recovering from a surgery she needed. And so, I was on the PC most of the time.
Okay.
So I played a couple games, you know what I mean? Just while she was sleeping and trying to rest and recover. I would stay up, play video games. So I've been playing. So, oh man, where do I start? I would say out of all of them, the most interesting, that's been the most exciting, is this game called Disco Elysium. Now, have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's not for the younger audience, but it's doing what Baldur's Gate got all the hype for, but you're a detective, and so you get essentially you get free reign to do whatever you want.
Okay.
But the main goal is obviously to figure out this murder case, and it is not combat focused. It is not heavy on the skill based kind of thing. It's all this and how you converse and how you dialogue with people. There's a little bit of factors of like how your strengths stats tie into the actions that you do. So let's say, for example, like if you're very strong, you're more capable of like lifting a dumbbell without hurting yourself, just to throw an example out there.
Okay.
But it is very extremely well written. Again, big warning to those of you who may be a little more sensitive to that type of stuff. I wouldn't recommend you play it because it's heavy on the themes.
Yeah.
But there he is. What's up, man?
There he is.
Hey guys.
Appreciate you joining, man.
I made it.
Outstanding.
I think your ring mic might be on.
Mm-hmm. Just check your mic settings real quick. You might need to switch it to the boom.
Yeah.
Hello?
But yeah. Try again.
Like,
I think in the StreamYard. See which mic you picked in StreamYard.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, keep going, Yuki.
Oh, so yeah, that's the main goal. I was able to achieve it, but it took me like a whole week, a lot of homework, and a lot of thinking. And it was one of those games. This is how you know you have a good game. When you're not playing it, it's all you think about.
Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, because I'm thinking like, okay, I got to talk to this person. Okay, so wait a minute, but that person said something like this. Oh, okay. But I don't want to miss anything. So you got to go around the whole town and you talk to every single person, and they all have a piece to figuring out the case.
So
you know what I mean?
Did you have to take notes?
Luckily, not so much, but because it was on PC, I took screenshots.
Okay.
So if something was like important, I would screenshot it and keep
Yeah.
it in the back of my mind as like I continued. But the good thing about the game that I really appreciate is that if you spec into your logic a lot, your character will do it for you. So he'll say, wait a minute, why did this person say it like this when just 20 minutes ago they said it like that? And your conscious is speaking to you and saying, it's kind of like you thinking in your head kind of thing.
Yeah.
And your own character would be like, you should press him on that. He's speaking like he doesn't want to say it. Press him on it. You should say it like this. You don't have to say it the way the conscious tells you to say it, but you can, go with it if you feel like it can help you. And then the cool thing is that sometimes your conscience is going against what you should do. And so you're literally arguing with like your own thoughts.
Yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Like, for example, there'll be a situation where like someone will say something to you and your conscience will say, I just want to punch him in the face. And you have the option to do it. But you say, but you can pick, obviously, no, that would really ruin things. And so you click that, and then your conscience is like, you're a wuss. Like, that's just funny. Like, that's so cool.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I had no idea the game was that involved, that in depth.
Yes.
Because you
highly
talk about
recommend
indie games, like that's an indie game, right?
That is an indie game. And
that's a good one.
It's a great one. And the backstory and the controversy just make it poetry.
Yeah.
The lead writer, you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard about the game. I know that people were just raving about it the first
Yes.
few months it came out.
Man, the controversy over this game was so big, and the drama was so juicy, and you can feel it. Like I know this sounds so bad, but like when you play the game, you can see there was a lot of passionate people on this, to the point where like the lead writer, he's in a mental hospital right now, dude. Because
Really?
but he's an ideologue. Like his ideology consumed him. It didn't leak into the game, but there's hints of it, and you can see it, because this is one of the few games that's not scared to talk about politics. It's not scared to talk about like socioeconomic status. And you have to like, essentially, you don't have to, but you can be neutral. I was mostly neutral because I was telling the guy, like, I'm a detective. Like, I'm not here to play politics.
Trying to find the truth. Yeah.
Exactly. And even my partner at the time, dude, it sounds like I'm talking about a real story. My partner at the time, who's my co-detectives, is even like, yeah, like you're pretty neutral. You don't really like speak on politics. Like, do you have a problem or something? And I'm like, and I literally just respond like, no, like I'm just here to do a job. He's like, okay, I could respect that. And so anyway, the what I'm getting at is that the lead writer, being the ideology that he is, I'm not going to talk about it here because I don't want to start anything, but
it's fine.
You see it leak into the dialogue a little bit. But the cool thing is that it seems like somebody on the team was able to balance it to where it wasn't like overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Where like there's a lot of times you don't have to conform to what I guess this one lead writer was trying to push into the game. Yeah. And poetically, it's that same ideology that's actually one of the most toxic in the game. I'll leave it at that though. But anyway, yeah, a lot of cool backstory, great game. I would recommend it, not for the kids though. You need to be very mature to play that type of game. But man, what an experience. I'll never forget it.
Mature because of the dialogue.
Yeah, because like, I mean, but think about it. Most aren't. Yeah, like most murder mysteries are though. You know what I mean? Like most of it is very grim. It can be sad. It can be depressing. But if you can appreciate it and you got like a emotional immune system to it, like if it doesn't bother you as much, then yes, I would recommend it. But it is not the most pleasant story. But there's funny moments, and there's dark humor, and there is sprinkles of hope. Like you can actually be a good person, which is awesome. I know that sounds crazy. Yeah. But it feels good that you can actually be a light despite you being a very flawed character, because you are. Like you find out stuff about yourself that you're like, man, like I'm not the best guy, but I'm going to, from now on playing this character, I'm going to try my best to like be a better person. And then to see it recognized and it play out in the story, I'm telling you, man, I won't stop raving about that game. And it sucks that there won't be a part 2 because all the controversy and everything in the background. But man, we talked about it with Ghost of Tsushima. Like some games just need that one part 1. Disco Elysium is definitely one of them. Absolutely. And worth every penny, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I got. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I've been playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't play it. So I had the flu last week. Well, they said it would be 7 to 10 days before I'd be over it. And today's day 7. So like I'm here. I took some ibuprofen a few minutes ago. Like I'm just trying to get through the night really. But I've taken a couple of naps today. I haven't done too much, but so last week, man, I was so bad. I didn't even want to play anything. Like seriously, I'd get up in the morning, I'd eat breakfast. I'd force myself to eat breakfast. Something just like I got to get some nutrients in my body to fight this thing off. And then I would put something on TV and go to sleep. And then I'd sleep until basically dinner time. And then I'd eat dinner and then I'd fall asleep again. And then I'd wake up and get ready for bed and I'd go to sleep all night. I did that for like 4 or 5 days straight. I was like a bear in winter. I was just hibernating.
Yeah.
And the thought of holding the controller sounded painful. So I just like didn't really play much. But right before I got the flu, I just finished a game in VR called Max Mustard. It's like Super Mario Bros. It's like Super Mario 64 as probably the closest thing, or maybe Odyssey, like a 3D world. Super Mario 3D World. You played that, Falcon?
Yeah.
Is
my mic working, by the way? Are we good?
Yeah, it's working now.
Great.
It's probably most like that, but it's in VR. And except the twist is that your viewpoint is where the camera is, obviously, but you're actually there. And so sometimes Max, the character, will hand you a weapon, and you are in first person shooter mode with a plunger gun shooting bad guys and boxes and stuff,
awesome.
and helping out fight like in the boss battles and stuff. And so it's like part first person shooter, part platformer, 3D platformer. It's very cool.
Dang, that sounds really fun.
It's really fun, and it's like
cool.
it's an indie game, and it's like all ages appropriate, and just a really fun time. I had a fun time. It was a little bit too short, but it's also like a budget price game. So it didn't take me too long to beat it. Probably like, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours, but it has some light RPG elements too. You upgrade your character as you go with the coins that you collect. So you collect coins like Mario, but you actually spend them on something. And so
cool.
that's pretty cool too.
Let's go.
And yeah. And so Max Mustard, I finished that up, and I downloaded, because one of the PS Plus games of the month is not Disco Elysium. You just said that. Immortals of Avium. Which came out last year, and everybody was like, "Oh, this game's terrible," because it looks terrible. Like the graphics looked awful,
right?
And so it was a free game, so I was like, "I'm going to see how bad this really is," and downloaded it, thinking, I'm just gonna kind of make fun of this game. Yeah, bro, that game,
pleasantly surprised.
Super surprised, completely surprised. And I kept thinking about it last week while I was sick. I was like, man, I really wish I could play some more Immortals of Avium, but I was just too sick to do it. And so I haven't picked it up in over a week now, but it was shockingly good. It's a solo campaign driven, story driven game, or the kind of game that I keep saying, I want more games like this. That's the kind of game it is. It's not, no live service here. There's not like microtransactions or any kind of season passes or anything. It is just a story-driven, linear, single-player shooter with magic. You shoot magic. You don't shoot bullets. You shoot magic. And it's set in like this sci-fi fantasy world. And the story has already had a bunch of twists in it. And I've loved every second of it so far. It's not like crazy long. I think it's probably about 20-ish hours. I've played about 6 hours of it so far, 5 or 6 hours. And it does look real. It looks beautiful at certain points. And then there's other parts that look absolutely nasty. And it looks like a really good alpha build of a game that they ran out of time and money to finish. So all the mechanics are there, everything, all that's polished, but graphically it doesn't look like they got to finish the game. It looks unfinished. And I think that's what a lot of people's hang up was on it. But yeah. So
if you look at it like you're playing Skyrim, but a mage with a deep, maybe like a little more involved cutscene story, would you look at it that way? Like, is it like Skyrim graphics, 2011 kind of like deal?
It's hard to know. It really looks because Skyrim looks like they finished it. It just looks like that era, right? It doesn't look like that.
I see what you're saying.
This looks like today era graphics, but they didn't finish putting the textures and the finishing touches on the lighting and stuff. Like it's weird to look at. Because there are certain things that do look finished about it, and there's others that don't.
I see what you're saying.
And if you saw it, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I understand what you're saying."
Yeah.
Like water, for example, looks like it looks like the little streams look like they're streams of like aloe vera gel instead of water. Like they just don't have.
Yeah.
It's just not done, and I really feel like they were like, okay, we got to push this out the door. We're done with it.
Yeah.
So do whatever you need to do to make sure it works and push it out. Like that's what it feels like. And it's really sad because because there's actually a lot of great voice acting. The facial animation capture stuff that they did on that is superb. I really like the main character. I'm really interested in the story. It shocked me because I just thought this game looks terrible, but it's not.
But it's not actually terrible.
It actually plays really well. The frame rate's really solid. Like it's. They just didn't finish the graphics. That's
interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I can get past graphics, but I get what you're saying. It's like it's not that it's like certain era graphics that it just looks weird because they didn't get to like put the finishing touches. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Let me check to see if I actually put it on my download list. I might want to make sure I do that because that sounds really cool, man.
If you have PS Plus, and you should at least redeem it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do right now that you reminded me. Because I'd be the type to forget, and it's getting close. That's cool, though.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yo, let's
Outstanding.
go.
Falcon over here has been dealing out some Avatar justice in Fortnite. I know what he's been playing.
Indeed.
I watched yesterday's stream, like not all of it, but a significant portion of it, probably a couple hours of it.
Yeah, yesterday's stream was Sunday, right? Yep.
Yeah,
I did
a special one.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't stream on Sunday, but I was because I was like, okay, I was telling everybody on stream I had a couple of extra hours, so I was going to stream. And yes, that was not a lie. That was my actual reason, but it was not my main reason. My main reason was I needed more views on my website. I needed more site traffic on my website on that day because on Saturday I ended up playing something different other than Fortnite. So I needed to pick back up my site traffic by doing another Fortnite stream.
Nice.
But the kids inside of my chat aren't going to understand that. So I was just like, I just had extra. They were like, "Why are you streaming today?" I'm like, "I just had extra time."
And you put some swords on your wall. I like it.
I did.
I know you got the dual swords over there, bro.
Bro, I listen. People gave me posters. People like these swords are from like the Twin Challenge Toys days. So I found them and I just put them on. Legit, you would never know, but I hung them up with tacks and paper clips.
No, I wouldn't know.
You would never know, but they're hung up with tags and paper clips right now.
My bad.
Pretty cool, huh?
That is awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah. I've been playing Fortnite. They added the avatar bending powers, so I've been over here being the avatar, and totally destroying and wrecking people.
That's really cool.
So I think in the last week and a half, I've gotten over like 40, 45 wins in the last week and a half.
Nice.
So that's pretty fun.
Bro's a pro.
Bro, I used to play Fortnite all the time. It's the only reason
that is true.
I'm like, I did used to play it like all the time. So I would hope that I have at least a little bit of my skill. The skill cap has changed a lot recently, though. It's not just like, oh, I need to build 90s and hit my shots. There's like actual tactics in the game now. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. These kids are doing things I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
What in the world?
I'm sure you can appreciate that.
How they keep changing stuff.
Bro,
it's amazing how they keep changing stuff in that game.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, it still has the overall same like things. It's like guns and building. Like it's pretty much the same thing. It hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
But like now, like with all these updates and all these weapons and all these other things that they keep on updating, like there's so many things that you could do now. And like even if you're just wanting to go to the basic level of that game, like just with building and go just that far down. They have like they have new strategies in order for you to be able to build properly. Like it's like you used to just, oh, I need to do a 90. I need to build up in my box so I can get up above the player. Now it's like it like since everybody knows how to do that, there's like other strategies on how to beat your opponent in those build fights that a lot of the pros are using right now, and I didn't even know about until like recently. But it's like officially they're called I want to say they're called takebacks, but they're not called takebacks. They're like called like ground takes, or they're called whatever they're called. There's like an actual name for them. No, there's like an actual name for them though. Like I'm like that, and like the pros know the name, and I'm like I need to know the name so I can like get better at it if I'm going to keep on streaming it. But overall, it's actually despite the cringe from a lot of the kids in the stream, like it's actually really fun. So I do enjoy playing with them. I do enjoy like the growth on the community. And the game itself hasn't been bad. It's actually been pretty entertaining. So
very
yeah, that's
good.
pretty much it.
That's awesome. Well, we're gonna go ahead and hit this first topic because time is running out. I want to look at this BAFTA's top 20 most iconic game characters of all time. They just had this poll. Have you guys seen this?
No, I mean,
nope.
We had a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So this is a British poll. They polled 4,000 people for this award show in Britain. All right. Guess who? Do you have any guess? A guess who the top most iconic character of all time, video game character of all time is?
Mario.
Should be Mario, right? You know who it is?
It's not Mario.
It's not.
It's already not okay.
Already wrong.
It's already way wrong.
It's
Yeah.
already wrong.
an L list.
It's not Mario. It's already wrong. It is Lara Croft.
What? I was like, okay. I was like, maybe Sonic, maybe Bowser. I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna take a different character and not say Mario first or something. But Lara Croft?
Lara
Croft?
No.
Lara Croft is number
First
one.
introduction to the
And
world
Mario
in
is number two.
1996 in Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn. Lara Croft has appeared in over 15 games, 3 films, multiple novel stages. Why can I not read? And comic book adaptations, and an upcoming Netflix.
Who cares? Mario is the most iconic video game character of all time.
I want to make. You said this was UK based.
Yeah.
I want to make so many jokes right now. I'm just gonna.
Now, Lara
hold my
Croft
tongue.
is British. I think in the original canon, I believe she is British. So there's that. But if I show a picture, if I show 2 pictures to my 85-year-old grandmother who has never had internet or cable in her home to this day, and I say, who are these characters? And one is of Mario, one is of Lara Croft. She's going to say, that's Mario. I don't know who that girl is.
Even if you take the next one, Agent 47, like, I don't think your grandma would know Agent 47.
How did he get up there?
Yeah,
he's number 3. It doesn't make
any
sense.
He doesn't say anything.
What in the world? Like, where's Sonic? It's Sonic. Why is
Sonic is number 4?
Why is Sackboy up?
Sackboy is number 5. Sackboy's in the top 5.
Why is Pac-Man not in the top 5? Like,
yeah,
legit,
Pac-Man.
Okay, Link. Okay, I'm glad Link is at least on there. Like, what the crud, bro? Okay, Master Chief.
Wow, at 8.
At 8,
dude, that's
Kratos?
crazy.
Okay, but like,
Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3 is number 10.
Iconic.
I don't even know who Shadowheart is.
I don't either. I think it's the girl in the game, maybe.
Guys, I haven't even seen any gameplay on Baldur's Gate 3
Yeah.
yet. I'm letting you know right now. Haven't watched anything.
Arthur Morgan.
Why is
Pikachu at
Pikachu
12.
below Arthur Morgan? But anyways, whatever.
From
All right, Steve
the most.
from Steve from Minecraft.
No, they're
kind
trolling.
of makes sense. I kind of get it, but only because I was like a Minecraft player like a lot back in the day. I only kind of get it.
Minecraft is the best-selling video game of all time.
Exactly.
So, yes,
Steve can be on that list. Steve can be on that list. It's
Steve
okay.
probably needs to be on there. All right.
Okay. Solid Snake from the Metal Gear
Solid
Solid series. Okay. Respect. Crash Bandicoot. Cloud Strife.
Cloud. Asterion. Another Baldur's the white-haired dude that is on all the Baldur's Gate stuff.
Okay. I was about to say,
it's
okay,
number 17.
okay. Here's what I was concerned of. I was like, can they only have one person from each game? But now they've already had 2 people from Baldur's Gate 3. So like already their list is wrong. Their list is so wrong, it makes me mad. I'm like, I was writing out a couple of mine before I even got here, and like I don't see Bowser on that list. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah,
and they can have more than one character.
This
like,
was such a horrible.
We're gonna go through it one more time.
So
Number
bad.
1,
Why?
Lara Croft, Mario, Agent 47, Sonic, Sackboy, Pac-Man, Link, Master Chief, Kratos, Shadowheart, Arthur Morgan, Pikachu, Steve, Solid Snake, Crash Bandicoot, Cloud Strife, Asterion, Kazuma Kiryu. I don't know how to say his name. Ellie Williams, Nathan Drake. There's your top 20 according to this BAFTA poll. It makes absolutely no sense.
So
whatsoever.
It's like a poll of the whole region of like gamers. Like what was?
I guess so. They just said there was over 4,000 people that they polled in
okay
Britain. In
whoever
Great
these
Britain,
4,000 people
or in the UK.
were, I don't honestly, all 4,000 of these people, out of all the 4,000 of those people, only 1,000 of them got it right. Because like, what in the world? Like the other 3,000 rigged this poll. Like, what the crud?
Lara Croft should not be number one.
She should not.
I
be
don't.
number one.
I do not care what region of the world you're in.
No.
Lara Croft is
doesn't
not
matter.
more recognizable than
Mario. Are you out of your mind?
So
legit, like, you know, like how, like if someone sends you their name, like type of thing, like you're like, oh yeah, that's that person's name. If someone was to send me Lara Croft or their name was Laura, like honestly, the first person I would think of, it wouldn't even be Laura. I'd just be like, oh, okay, your name's Laura, cool. If someone told me their name is Mario, I would instantly say wahoo, like, or
Yeah.
let's go, like,
Yeah.
like not even like on like it would be on accident. It would just come out like.
that's
Like,
hilarious.
no, bro.
Man, I don't even like. You ever have your parents just say like, "I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed." Like that's how I feel right now. I'm just disappointed. Like,
Oh,
man,
wow.
I thought
crazy,
you guys
bro.
knew gaming. Wow. Apparently
Legit,
not.
I didn't get to finish my list before I got here, right? Because I was late. But like I did
Mhm.
make one. I made like I had 3 characters on my list so far before I joined in.
Well, we're gonna make a list.
sorry.
right now.
Okay, good.
So,
I was
so
just
don't
letting you
even
know.
worry about it. I've got
I
it
was just
set up
letting you know
ready
that
to
Mario
go.
was the first one on my list.
Yeah,
Like,
it would even be on mine, and I don't even.
like, dude,
I didn't even grow up with Nintendo.
dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like,
It's just common sense.
dude, it
But
doesn't
they
even
really
make
want to say.
How
Never
dare
mind.
they?
I just. I would love to see what they look like. Just I'm so curious. You know.
What in the world? I'm like offended. I'm like,
I am too. Genuinely.
like,
I
I'm
know.
so sad.
I really am too. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our own top 20
Yes!
list.
I like this. I like
Oh
this.
my goodness. I love this. I love this.
Because-
See,
already.
and here's
This has
Yeah,
to be
go for it.
corrected. This has
Yeah,
to be
it does.
corrected.
It
Okay,
does.
This is
okay. Can you? I just before you even say what we're about to do, can you just actually put Mario in his rightful place before we even do
yeah,
anything else?
like for real.
Because
I
like
think it's-
I have to get that taste out of my mouth. I have to get
I'm
that
so
horrible
glad
taste out of my mouth.
that you guys said Mario as soon as I
Yeah,
asked you that
that's-
question because
Dude,
it just
legit,
he should
dude,
be number one. I mean,
Yugi and I
there's
said it at the
100%.
same time. Like it's like no, bro.
yeah,
Like
no,
no
yeah.
question, no hesitance. It was
No.
Mario.
no, and I don't play Nintendo like that. But like, bro,
Dude.
Mario is,
Oh my
the question
goodness,
is
bro.
who is the most iconic character? And
and that's what I mean. Like,
Of
what's
all
their
time.
criteria? Like, is it by recognizability? Is it by like their influence? Is it like their actual character? Because
Well, I mean, like the first thing that popped into my mind was what was the first character that pops into mind when I think of like iconic characters, and like obviously I didn't even go into what defines iconic, but obviously Mario is that standpoint. So like, why is Mario
Easily.
so iconic? So like that's what we'd have to depict.
yeah,
Why is Mario so iconic?
like what he represents.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
that's how I look at it.
so actually, maybe you want to talk about that first. What is an icon? We can talk about
Mm.
that first.
We should talk about that
Yeah.
first before we make our list.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
All right. So icon then. So when I think about icons, I actually, you think about like logos or like an icon on your computer, right? You think about like this image represents the app that I want to open on my phone, right? And
Mm.
so when I am looking for Facebook, I'm not looking for the word Facebook on my phone. I'm looking for that little icon with the F with the logo in it, right? Because that's the icon for Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that you want to open. I'm not looking for the word TikTok. I'm looking for the little TikTok icon, right? So this an icon is meant to represent a certain thing, a certain entity. It could be a person, it could be a company, it could be an idea. That's what an icon is. It's meant to be an image of something that might be too big to it might be too big to put into words or to put like Apple computers. If I were to say, okay, I need something to represent Apple computers so that you can open up, or iTunes. I need something to represent iTunes so you can open it up on your computer or whatever. You need an image that represents that. And so when you look at the actual etymology of the word icon, it comes from the Greek. And we actually see this Greek word in the Bible. It's spelled E-I-K-O-N, but so icon in Greek, and it's usually translated image. And we see it in Colossians 1:15. It says he is the image or the icon of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. And it's talking about Jesus, that Jesus is the icon of the invisible God. Jesus is the visible representation of this thing of this person who is too big to put into words. And it talks about him like that. And in the Greek, though, it's actually more than just like saying Jesus looks like God, like on a physical level. This is the physical representation of the invisible God. It goes beyond that. It specifically speaks to a moral likeness. And so an icon is meant to, at least the way it was originally intended in the Greek, it was originally meant to represent not just a visible likeness, but an actual moral likeness of whatever it was representing. And so Jesus is the icon of the invisible God. It's one of his many attributes. He's the moral likeness of God the Father. And so when we talk about icons and when we identify ourselves with icons, one of the things that we really got to question is not just what does it look like, but what is it representing? And I think you used that word, Yugi, a minute ago, or one of you used that word.
Mm-hmm.
It represents something. And you're absolutely right. An icon is representing the company or the person that it's made for. Mm-hmm. And not just in a visible likeness, but in moral likeness. And so we all have like profile pictures and avatars and things like icons. We have icons that we use to identify ourselves. And one of the things that we really probably should ask when we pick out like a character, specifically if we're using a different character to represent our icon, do we really want to be associated with the moral likeness of that character?
Right.
When we use that as our icon. So that's kind of the etymology of the word icon is talks about a physical representation of something, but also it should represent the moral likeness of that thing as well.
Right. Very good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I like your explanation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So specifically, I guess, like if you're going to talk about Christians, like Jesus being our icon, we're to look at him as the ultimate example of who we should be.
That's right.
If we're going to represent him and him represent us.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to verify before I open my mouth because there's something Jesus literally says that, by the way. But before I even say it, let me just make sure I got the right verse. Boom, I got it. Wow, I actually remember. John 13:15. He says, "For I give you an example that you should do as I did to you."
Yeah.
There it is. So he 100% sets the example. That's why I said earlier, it's like, what do you mean by icon? Do you mean just recognizability, or do you mean what they stand for and the totality of what this person represents? You know what I mean? That's why when I'm like,
yeah,
Laura Croft, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, there's not much meat there. I mean, unless you're talking maybe the remakes, but like you can say a lot of good, especially with the recent media of Mario. Like the movie by itself, like the whole story is how much he loves his brother.
Yeah.
If you really think
Yeah,
about it, right? Like
It really is. Yeah.
that's really cool. That's a good concept. That's a good something that he stands for, and Nintendo was behind it. So obviously, Nintendo values that story as well. You know what I mean? They approved of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were some writers, there were some executives that say that's a good story. Let's go for it. And you know, he represents gaming as a whole, what it means to progress. You know, I was like, yeah, that's like an easy top, you know, top example. But yeah, I don't see how you can see it any other way than that. What do they look like? What do they stand for? What do they mean? And what's the totality of that person? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Now I think like that's taking like a very serious stance on what an icon is and what it should be. In most modern terms, people are just talking about, you know, what's recognizable.
Yeah. That's what I think they were looking at it as. Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
but-
even if they were looking at it, why the heck is Lara Croft on top?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I might have a theory, but we're gonna let it go because, yeah. But I know the
you and I
PlayStation
might have
culture.
the same. You and I might
Yeah,
have
the
the same
PlayStation
theory.
culture over there is different, though. To be fair,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, Sony was very generous towards them when it came to like exclusive editions and special art and things like that. Like they get treated pretty well. Like, yeah, the Europeans get some really cool UK area. That whole area gets some really cool special editions of like Sony products that are like exclusive.
She's not exclusive to Sony though, so that's still kind of weird.
Yeah.
She's a third party character. She's not a Sony character. She's on Xbox and
used
Switch.
to be. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Originally, yeah, she came. It was just a PlayStation game when it originally came out, right? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I would have to see the age group too, because if it's a bunch of young folks, I'm like, okay, now this is a lie. But if it's like people my age, then I can kind of see it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know. But I would think Metal Gear would be higher than if it's like a bunch of, you know, PlayStation folks who play PlayStation. Like Metal Gear would be next to Laura, right?
I mean, I'm thinking about it this way too, because even if they're all my age, I mean, like, I reacted to pretty much all the same characters you reacted to on that list. Like all the characters that were like, oh yes, that character should be there. I agree. Like we both agreed.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
It was like even if it was people from my generation or a little bit younger, it's like they're doing some sort of injustice here by making that list.
Yeah, fair.
Because like I'm offended by it. So
there you go. There it is, folks. Nobody approves.
Nobody approves. The 4,000 people they got biased.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, it's ridiculous. So okay, so Mario's number one. I'm glad we agree.
Yep.
Who do we put next on this list? We've got these characters here, and if you see one, if you think of one that's not here, you know, you can just let me know.
I would put Sonic, but that would just be me.
Yeah.
See, if I'm being completely honest, all right, and I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna like say no, we're doing this. I would say Luigi is the second most iconic character. You can't have Mario without Luigi. And I would say Bowser and Princess Peach are right there at 3 and 4. Like I would put all of them up there as 1, 2, 3, and 4.
The whole cast.
Because I think everybody knows who Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and Peach are.
Fair.
I would agree with that too. But if also I'm like,
but maybe we shouldn't.
If you know who Mario is, obviously you'd probably know who Luigi is, and odds are you probably know who Bowser is too.
Yeah,
like, it's just the odds are. But I also am thinking about the fact that it's one franchise of a game.
Right.
But then you have to like start comparing it. Then you have to start comparing it because like if we're going like top 5 wise, like if you know who Mario is, let's say some people who have never played a Mario game, people who just never play games in general, even if they know who Mario is, they might not know who the other character are at that point.
Yeah.
If you haven't played a
really, you think people don't know who Luigi is?
I think it's possible. And that's I'm not saying I don't think people don't know who Luigi is. Everybody who I know knows who Mario and Luigi is. It's Mario and Luigi, like for a reason. It's like you say that it's like a duo. It's the iconic duo.
Right.
I would my list would definitely have Luigi second, but I'm also kind of biased and thinking about the Sega players, and I feel like Sonic would go right after Mario. Because like I feel like they've already been battling it out for like years about who is the most iconic character.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
disagree.
That's my
maybe to
argument.
make it easy would be like just leave Mario there as like the totality of this collection of characters.
Yeah.
Just to,
Okay.
so the list doesn't get like too, you know what I mean? Like it's like
Hey.
Ryu, right? You think Ryu can?
Lady
like,
Yugi knows
know-
who Luigi is.
Oh wait, I have
Yeah, that's
I
how
have
you
a
know.
question, Lady Yugi. I have a very important question. Okay, if
There
you
you
were
go.
gonna make a top 20 iconic characters list, okay, would Laura Croft be at the top of that list?
That's a good question. She
is a good
definitely don't know
question.
who Lara Croft is.
We want to know.
She does not know.
We
who
want
Lara
to
Croft
know.
is.
We want to know.
There's no way.
Oh my gosh. No.
I'd be
no,
shocked.
No, please.
No, she does not.
Exactly.
She does not know.
Thank you.
She
Yeah.
does not know.
Very
Exactly.
good. Thank you very much. Okay, that's
Yeah.
all I want to know.
She's a video game character.
Oh my gosh. You don't even know where that
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Even better. Okay, you're only proving my point here.
Yeah.
She's supposedly the most iconic video game character of all time,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah,
obviously a
supposedly.
lie made up
It
to
is.
trick
Yeah.
youngsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
think-
okay, so
Supposedly. Make
I was
me
gonna
wanna
say, I
throw
think
on
the
my
only
headphones
person
out.
that might be able to stand next to Mario would be Pikachu, I think.
Ooh.
Pikachu.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so Yugi thinks Pikachu, and you think,
I think.
Sonic.
I do.
But Sonic
Yeah, that's
over
tough.
Pikachu, that's rough, bro.
Sonic over
I
Pikachu
think there's More people who have played Pokemon, right?
and who have played a Sonic
100%.
game.
Who have
You know
played
what? You
Sonic
know what?
games.
Respect.
But
Like,
that
it
doesn't
would be
mean
like
that doesn't
Yeah,
mean
go
that
ahead.
he's more iconic. Sonic is pretty iconic.
he is pretty iconic.
I mean, he is the face of the Sega brand.
And his personality too. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Pikachu
I
doesn't
mean-
have a personality, no offense.
I mean,
It
the other
doesn't
part
have
of it. I mean, the other part of it is even if you look at Pikachu, like Pikachu isn't the face of Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's like you got the Pokeball, you have the Pokemon icon, you like their little title PNG,
Uh-huh.
or you have Pokemon trainers or something. But like even then, Pikachu
So
isn't really the face.
Which is more recognizable, Pikachu or Sonic? My kids would know both of them, so I'm not
Yeah.
really sure.
Yeah, well, my whole family would know both of them too. So it's like I'm like
Yeah.
I'm coming into it with bias already because I am in a gaming family. We know about a lot of things that other people don't know about. So it's like I
Mhm,
might think
mhm.
some things are iconic. Like, dude, like it said Solid Snake was there, and I was like, yes, thank freaking goodness. But like a lot of other kids in my generation might not know who Solid Snake is, and it hurts.
Okay,
Yeah.
So-
I've got him down here.
Yeah, I saw that you have
Um,
him there. That's awesome. It's still
Yeah,
unfortunate
he's-
though. Like
He's right
Yeah,
here.
some people just don't know.
I just
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I think that this could be a tie. So I'm gonna put Pikachu first only because I think that he sold more games.
yeah,
Okay, respect.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna put Sonic 3 as third.
Okay.
Sonic.
Yeah, that's
Respect,
fair.
respect.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Then we have
Alright.
4 and
Yeah,
5.
add,
That's
yeah,
gonna
then
be
you add
tough.
Luigi. I was like,
Well, I mean,
then you add Luigi.
I that's what I'm saying. Like, if you put all the Mario characters up there, that's all 5 spots. Like, we might as
look-
well just let Mario represent. You know what I
I
mean?
added them into the list because that's my personal opinion. Is that
Okay.
they are more
I
iconic than
think-
anyone else.
I think
But-
bias, they would go into honorable mentions. Like, because like
Okay.
Mario already represents
yeah.
like
yeah.
the whole
Sonic
thing.
Is still iconic.
Yes,
Look at
Sonic
that rhymes.
is still iconic.
It even rhymes. Look at that.
You're too slow. Anyways,
Mhm.
sorry.
Okay, so we've got Joel, Samus.
Oh, I got it. I know who's next.
Ryu,
I know who's next on the list. I'm sorry.
Sora.
I should've put
Sora's
this
pretty
earlier.
iconic. I think. Oh, crap. Blanking on
Jonesy?
his name. This
Should we
guy.
get Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Yeah.
Jonesy is pretty iconic now.
Yeah, no.
I mean, don't
But
you think?
are we going by time or are we going by iconic? Because I mean, technically, Jonesy could most definitely make it up on that list.
I think
Mhm.
he should make it on the list.
Yeah,
As
well, I
top
mean, he's
20
definitely on the
characters.
list, but I mean, like, is he in top 5 though? That's the real.
Not top
question.
5. I'm just saying it. I'm just going through. I'm just going through who I have.
Wait, I got it. I got it, guys. Put Laura
okay, what do you
Croft
think?
in 4th position.
Man, boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an argument for Donkey Kong or Pac-Man as
I would
number
respect
4.
I would respect either of
Um,
those.
Yeah, I wouldn't. My conscience would bother me if Pac-Man wasn't up there
in the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of Pac-Man's influence in the gaming world.
Absolutely.
And
so number 4
for me, yeah. And then I don't want to jump ahead, but I think personal bias, Master Chief 100%. Like there's no way you don't see that head and know who it is. You know what I mean? Like that helmet is iconic.
Honestly, I completely agree with that. I'm kind of
you know what I'm saying?
I would put Pac-Man and Master Chief.
All right.
Like you throw on that helmet, everyone knows what it is.
Okay. So we got our top 5.
Hey,
Mario,
I have a question.
Pikachu,
Who's
Sonic,
that guy in the last
Pac-Man.
position? No,
Oh my gosh.
He's trying to get booted.
Imagine he just clicks kick. I'm like, just like Falcon disconnected. Bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
All right, I think that's a good top 5.
I think
that's a good top 5.
I think it is.
Respectable top 5.
Now it's getting harder though.
Yeah.
Note, I want you to notice that I put Tetris.
I just saw that. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
Tetris shapes are a character. They are an iconic video game.
They have lore.
The lore.
The lore.
No. Oh my gosh, not the map pad lore. So can we get Link up there?
You want Link at 6?
I think that's fair, actually.
You think so?
Let me see.
I take a good look. I mean, this is not an easy list to make, right?
No, it's actually getting harder.
It's really not. Is Kirby more iconic than Link?
Because we've got.
We also have Mega Man.
Mega Man, Mega Man.
Oh, we have Mega Man.
My freaking goodness! Wait a minute, this is actually hard.
There's Rayman. Rayman here.
Rayman is there too. I don't think he deserves that 6th
Crash
position,
Bandicoot. I was talking to a guy in his 50s at church recently, and he started talking about Crash Bandicoot and how he missed Crash Bandicoot. I was like, what are you talking about?
Cool.
Like he just came out of nowhere. What's this guy's name from Gears of War? I can't never remember.
It's Marcus Phoenix.
I'm glad you remember because I didn't know.
I thought it was Marcus something.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
I didn't know who that was.
You know what, man? I don't think anybody right now can beat Ryu. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
Ryu's pretty iconic.
Ryu's pretty iconic.
He's very iconic.
Sora, though, a lot of Kingdom Hearts players
Star
out there.
Fox is there too. Oh my
Star
freaking
Fox.
goodness!
Like that's
Spyro.
like
this is kind of annoying. Spyro is definitely there, but like
I put Shovel Knight in there because
I
think he stole everyone's heart 10 years ago.
Shovel Knight definitely has mine. I'm like, I'm just saying. I'm like, if you still haven't played a Shovel Knight game yet, like,
I mean,
get on the ball.
Nintendo made an amiibo out of him, and he's not a Nintendo character. So I think that says a lot about Shovel Knight.
Solid Snake is still there too. Cloud.
I've got Scorpion.
Yeah, I saw Scorpion.
Sub-Zero.
You got what's his name from Assassin's Creed?
Ezio.
Yeah, Ezio Auditore.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
You got Doom Guy over here.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna be so triggered about my opinion.
Master Chief. I feel like Doom Guy is like easily mistaken for Master Chief.
He is, yeah.
Exactly, bro. See, you just said what I was thinking.
Sorry, I was gonna say that's why I would put him on honorable mentions and not even on the actual
and that's crazy because like the boomer shooters are gonna be so mad.
Dude, hey, listen. I'm not trying to fire any shots at anybody. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but let's be honest, like
guys, I played Doom. Okay, get off my back, please.
Yeah, amazing game, but come on, you can't go wrong with Master Chief's like look. You can't beat that look. Yeah. Nobody has
a good look.
It's a great look. Yeah.
Okay.
Xbox
So
killed
sixth position though.
All right, 6th.
I think it has. I can't see anybody else but Ryu. I'm really trying to get it, but it's just like Ryu was everywhere in the fighting game era, right? Like every console, every Super Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying?
In the 90s, Ryu was huge. That was everywhere.
The fighting game. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah, I can't unsee it. Once I saw Ryu, I was like, that's got to be it. But
that's why I put him on here. I was like, we gotta. He wasn't on the list, the top 20.
That's crazy.
He really wasn't. Holy moly!
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. All right.
A lot of these weren't.
I agree though. I kind of agree. Ryu definitely belongs up there.
Okay,
100%.
I'm a little disappointed it's not Donkey Kong, but okay, we can go with Ryu.
I'm thinking that if I didn't put Ryu up there in my own list, I think Kirby would go up there too. Like I'm just saying.
I think that's
like
fair.
So. I'm like even if I didn't put Ryu up there.
Yeah, for me it would be when I saw.
And I'm like, dang. There he is.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah.
the- anyways, yeah, Ryu. There he is.
Ryu,
what I would
number
say.
6. All right. We got Leon S. Kennedy. Don't forget about him. Kratos.
Kratos. definitely.
Cloud Strife.
Man, this is
Dang,
hard.
bro.
Okay.
What the credit?
Because I'm trying to think like, okay, like, but for the world, because like obviously,
Yeah.
For the world.
when you
yeah.
think Resident
It's hard-
Evil,
it's
you
hard to
think
not be a
Leon.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's hard to
But-
not be biased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, So
but
basically,
when
like the own games that I've played. You know?
yeah, but when I see Leon, do I think worldwide icon? No. But is he Resident Evil, like in personified into a character? 110%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But is he like the guy? Right? Is he Mario? No. So who's
I-
next? Like,
has-
who do you know what I mean? Like, if you're walking past a GameStop, who sticks out? Right? I don't think it's him. I'm trying
Well, the
to
ones
think.
that stick out to me are these old school animated characters like Mega Man and Kirby and Bowser and
Yes.
Samus and Sora and Fox McCloud. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like those are the ones because they just pop. Like the color just
Yeah,
pops. so
yeah.
much.
Definitely.
Um,
I'm looking at this list and like those specific characters pop out. It's like I'm just like, wait a minute, I know that guy and that guy. And
Like,
that guy.
This,
I have to
this-
look closer at the other.
maybe I
characters
could have
now,
found
though.
a better picture of Leon or Kratos, you know, but I just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we got
Kratos is
Ratchet and
definitely
Clank
iconic.
here.
I think Final Fantasy's too niche
You think so?
to say Sephiroth. Yeah. It's got to be between, in my opinion, I'm looking strongly at Kirby and Mega Man right now.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of those two, I think.
I'm biased because I've played Kirby my entire life. Like literally,
Yeah.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland is one of my favorite games. But I mean, I also like the old Game Boy Kirby games and the old like NES ones. Those ones are fun.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm like Kirby is definitely up there for me. That's
Mhm.
just my biased opinion because
I'm
I
gonna
like
have
Kirby more than most.
a hard time putting Kirby above Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is getting his own theme
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Respect.
Like, that's the original, like, villain against Mario, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That arcade game.
Yeah. That's
There was
true.
Donkey Kong before there was Mario. I mean,
That's
Yeah.
before Mario
true,
got a
that's
name,
true.
he was
Well, see,
Jumpman.
this is why when people make these top 20 lists, they normally have like a lot of people making the list, so they don't make it unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
I'm talking about facts here, Falcon.
He's standing on that. Yo, he's gonna die on that hill. He's
Bro.
not. No, he's not wrong though. I
Yeah,
think
no,
we're
no,
kind
he
of
is, he is.
over. We are
All
overshadowing
three
Donkey
of us are
Kong a
kind
little
of
bit.
biased out here. I'm not gonna lie.
And then Link. Oh,
Yeah.
is he more iconic than Link? No, he's
Is Donkey
not.
Kong more iconic than Link?
No. Link is more
What?
iconic, bro.
Really? Really?
I think so, man.
Interesting. Because I'm thinking if I had to put both of those two together, I
Dude.
think more people would know who Donkey Kong is rather than
I
Link.
know, but bro, Legend of
They would
Zelda
say-
is like a
they would-
console seller.
Well,
bro.
yeah,
They
when
would
you
say
see
Link's
Legend
name
of
is Zelda.
Zelda-
They would say Link's
Yeah,
name
they would
is
say,
Zelda.
"Hey, that's Zelda, right?" Oh my goodness, no.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But like they
I
don't
don't
know
know.
Link as Link. They know Link as Zelda.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's what I
Like,
mean. But
when
that's
you
like,
see-
bro,
when you
that's
see
a big
Donkey
seller,
Kong,
man.
Though, like you're
I
just
like-
like, "Dude,
You're gonna tell
I'm
me
taking him
that-
off the table.
That's
He's going number 7.
crazy, bro. You're gonna tell me Donkey Kong sells more than Legend of Zelda, bro?
Okay,
I didn't
Get
say
out
if we're
sells
talking
more. I'm talking
selling,
about
okay,
iconic.
listen, Legend of Zelda is definitely going to sell more. Okay, it's a fact. But Donkey Kong wise, like in recognizability,
Yeah.
in like iconicness, you're like, oh wait, there's Donkey Kong. Let's go.
Now
I
I'll
don't know.
I'll put Link right next to him.
Yeah, honestly, Link
have no
can go
problem
right
with that.
next to it, but I
That's
do
crazy.
think that like they would go next.
I protest this decision, but okay.
I don't know what she agrees with Falcon about, but someone
that,
agrees with you, Falcon.
Let's
Probably
go.
about the DK, bro. Legend of Zelda is. I don't know, man.
Is, but I'm also thinking about the fact that I recognize the title PNG more than I would recognize Link. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Fair.
when they bring up Zelda. Like,
Yeah, I guess it's easy to glance over them. Yeah, I
Mhm.
kind of can see what you're saying.
yeah. Like that might just be me, but that's what I see it. Like when I see Link, I'm like, oh look, there's Link, cool. But like if I was to see like Legend of Zelda, like I'm like, oh dang, wait, there's another Legend of Zelda. Oh, let's go.
And plus, they always change his design, so that's fair.
Yeah, they changed Link's design a lot. His face doesn't normally change, but well, actually, no,
Well,
because then they've had Wind Waker, they've had okay,
always
yeah,
the
dude,
same,
they've had
right?
so many things.
Yeah.
Except for in
So-
Breath of the Wild, wasn't.
Yeah,
but-
I feel like
Yeah,
he always got
well,
some
I
type
mean,
of like new
I
outfit.
think the only reason he would be iconic like Breath of the Wild wise is because they released a sequel in that where he didn't really change too much.
Mm-hmm,
But I wouldn't put him right next to Donkey Kong. I'm not gonna lie.
you probably would put Kirby or Mega Man.
I
is
would
what I'm
definitely
thinking.
put Kirby or Mega Man.
Yeah, that's fair. I could live with that actually, because to me, like Link's best design was definitely Wind Waker. I think was it Wind Waker? Which one was the one when he was on the boat?
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's Wind Waker. Wind Waker's such a freaking W of a game.
That
my
that
God. It
is,
design I
and
can
people-
never burn
People
that design out of my
hated
head.
it when it came out
That's
People-
crazy.
because of the graphics. Because
Bro, but the graphics
It
were
would-
so good. It was like
they
its
hold
own
up so
game.
good today. They hold up
Legit,
so well.
You turn on that game and you're like, dang, this game still looks really good because it's cartoonish art style that makes it like so poppy. You just look at it and you're like, dang, you can't help but smile. Yo, what's up,
Yeah,
Ted?
it's such a
Dude, that's my boy. That's my boy right there,
Nice. Welcome, Ted.
nice.
dude. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thinking Kirby or Megamind. Tess said Megamind. Mega
Okay,
Man.
All right.
My lips are not working.
Oh man, Kirby or Mega Man. Oh, that's tough. Okay,
Make the call.
We can't deny that it just is what
I
it
think-
is. Like Nintendo just makes iconic characters, bro. Let's just be honest.
Dude,
I think
feel like
Kirby-
that-
I think it's Kirby over Mega Man.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know if we can leave the top 10 and not have Mega Man in it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That's fair.
Yep. I'm still thinking because I'm like, dude, oh my gosh.
So either Link or Mega Man, I think needs to be next.
I think Mega Man would be above Link. And it hurts my pride to say that because I
get it. I get it.
Like,
No, I
Okay.
would say the same thing. Yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
and then
fair. I
Link.
think that's fair.
Okay, we got our top 10.
all right.
There's our
That-
top 10. Mario,
Mario,
Pikachu,
Pikachu,
Sonic,
Sonic,
Pac-Man, Master
Ryu,
Chief,
oh my
Ryu,
gosh.
Donkey Kong, Kirby, Mega Man, and Link.
Sheesh.
How did they get their freaking top 20 list? I'm still
No-
thinking about their top 20 list.
No
bro. It's
Laura
so
Croft.
bad.
No
It's
Agent
so
47.
bad.
For-
I'm glad you added them
yeah.
to your little image list just so you can like watch as they don't get picked. Like
Mhm.
they're like not even. I swear they're not going on the top 20. I'm scared. Oh my goodness.
I can
Okay.
see Laura Croft in the top 20, just not number 1. That
No.
is
okay.
bonkers.
Yeah,
that?
insanity.
All right. So who's next then? Who's next in your head?
All right. Hang on a second.
This is tough.
We got to take a break from this because I got a giveaway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Need to announce the winner. I said I was going to do that at 10 o'clock, and it's 10:10.
It's 10,
So, just a second
We're
here.
professionals, guys.
Totally
Yeah.
professionals.
I don't know if I got anybody else to sign up.
Doesn't look like it, but I appreciate you. I gotta figure out where to pick the winner. Hang on. Here we go. All right, so we're giving away one last time. Got about 60 seconds to sign up for this webcam and headset and boom mic. All you have to do is go to the pinned comment. At least I think there's a pinned comment. I hope there's a pinned comment.
Let me check. I don't see it. It is not pinned,
Be 1 segundo.
but it
Let's
might
stop
be in the
this real quick.
description. It's not in the description.
Oh man, I thought I pinned it 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I should pin that comment then, because that's not very fair, is it?
Wait, let me sign up.
Let's see.
Man, you weren't gonna let Lady Yugi sign up?
She's totally welcome to.
Outstanding.
All you have to do is, oh my goodness.
That's wild.
All you have to do is go to the pinned comment, which is not pinned yet. and tell me one kind and encouraging thing that you've done for someone recently, and that will enter you to win this streaming kit, so you can up your streaming game.
What pinned comment though?
I'm working on it. I had to go grab the comment from a different video.
Wow.
And
Why is he not giving away Tedge's world famous beans? Listen. That is we're talking about icon stuff out here, Tej. Okay, that's an icon for our channel. It's too niche specific, Tej. They don't know what they don't know what those are.
yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. See? And that's why Tedge's world famous beans would never make it on the top 20 list.
For some reason, I can't post a comment. I'm gonna post it in the live chat. Okay.
Interesting. All right.
For now, I'm gonna try to. It's too long. Come on. I'm gonna post the link in the live chat. You go there and you tell me one kind and encouraging thing you did for someone today, and you can enter to win. Okay.
Very nice.
Here it comes. It's coming right now. There it is.
There we go. There we go.
And you can win. Have a chance to win this right here. Webcam, headset, microphone. Works on PC and Mac. And
very nice.
Yes. We'll wait a couple more minutes in case Tej wants to. Tej or Lady Yugi or somebody wants to do that.
Says.
Oh, it ended at 10.
Oh yeah.
Because I said I was going to draw at 10. I wonder if I can. No, it probably can't edit that at this point.
Dang it.
Let me see if I can real quick. Let me see if I can extend it. It might let me. I can change it to 1020. Update. Okay, it's running again, I believe. You can try it right now. Okay, all right. So from now till 1020, let's go back to this list. See if we can come up with the next couple people here. All right, so after Link, number 11, who are we thinking about here?
I'm thinking it's gonna be between Spyro, Fox, Sora, and Steve. But that's me saying. Okay, you putting Shovel Knight up there? I see you. And you're putting Rayman and Crash.
I can't find Steve for some reason.
Steve's
He's
all the way in the
box.
back.
There he is.
Yep.
I feel like I would be remiss to not have probably Scorpion would be one.
Kratos definitely up there.
I feel like Scorpion would be one. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie would be one.
I don't feel like this, like the generation now would recognize Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah.
I think Crash is more recognizable than Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah,
personally.
That's fair.
Yep.
What do you guys think about Nathan Drake?
Bro, I'm not
is he
even
recognizable, or is he too like?
I literally didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, I absolutely love that series, but would I say he's an icon?
I think the character is too generic looking to be iconic.
Unfortunately, yeah.
In
But
my
I
opinion.
love his character, and the whole series is amazing.
Yeah,
I cannot say enough good things about the game, but iconic character, I don't know about that.
I would put Snake up there too, by the way, like on our little thing.
Yeah.
okay.
And that's the thing, even him. Man, that's difficult.
Do people know his name? Is that's what I keep coming back to? Is okay? Is it recognizable? And would they know his name?
Okay. Well, I do want to point out Fortnite did add Solid Snake to their game.
That probably
So
helps a lot.
It was recognizable enough to the point where they can add it to Fortnite.
Yeah.
And now even more people are going to recognize it.
So I was listening to who was I listening to? I can't. It was another YouTuber who's about your age, I think, Falcon, and they were like, I didn't know who. Oh, it was some character. It was some character like
if they say
Solid
something,
Snake. They're like, I didn't know who that was until they were in Fortnite, and then I started checking them out. I was like, how? I can't remember who the character was though.
My generation is not doing me justice out here. Okay, they're not helping me. I'm scared. I feel like I look at a lot of kids in my age group, and I'm like, dang. I'm scared.
Who are we?
Or
not,
is it?
Who are we not considering putting in the top 20? Gordon Freeman.
Bro, I don't think he's going, bro. I don't think
Hitman.
Agent is going either.
No. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna start putting people at the end.
Yo, I recognize Qbert, but I'm like, I know this generation don't know who Qbert is. It's sad. It's so
I'm gonna
sad.
be honest. I feel so bad saying this, but his look is just boring. It's a boring
Qbert?
look.
Qbert.
Yeah, man.
Qbert's boring.
I hate
boring.
Qbert. I hate Qbert. I hate the game Qbert. I hate it so much. It's a classic game. I know,
Oh my
but I
gosh.
can't stand it. I'm terrible
Man,
at it.
hate
I get
Qbert.
confused about which direction I should be going all the time. I cannot get the controls right. It drives me absolutely insane. I hate it. I don't say that about very many games, but
yo, I'm gonna
I
be
don't like
honest.
Qbert.
Like, one thing I was gonna say, bro, is that I think Tetris should be up there, man.
I do too. Thank you.
Right? Like, you see those blocks? Like, there ain't no way you don't know what that is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Everybody knows the Tetris.
Oh, wait,
blocks.
now I have to ask
Everybody knows
Tej. All right,
Tetris.
Tej, I have one question for you. If you were gonna make a top 20 list with like the 20 most iconic video game characters, Lara Croft would be in your first position, yes or no?
I don't know,
It's a
man.
very important question. It's a genuine question.
Yeah,
And
let
if
us
you
know,
don't
Tej.
answer right, honestly, mod
Lara
status revoked.
Croft.
That's gonna.
All right. So, okay.
Okay.
It's 10:20. We haven't picked anything.
Yeah,
11
my
and
bad.
12. Here we go. Remember playing it? He remembers playing it on PSP.
It might be Tetris, bro. Honestly.
I think Tetris might be up there. I'm not gonna lie. I kinda
Yeah,
agree with
there's
that.
no way. Like, out of
Like
all
you look
these,
at those blocks and you're just like, there it is.
Tetris.
I agree, Tej. Jonesy is going to go in the top 20 if I have anything to say about it.
Oh yeah, Jonesy has to go up there now. Even if he's in the 20th position, he's going up there.
That's crazy.
Okay, Tetris is in. Yes,
There we go.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy about this.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Okay. So I'm biased,
Oh,
but
I
it's
forgot
Sora,
to say at
Sora,
the beginning.
Steve, or
I
Spyro
was-
next, please.
I was playing
Mm-hmm.
Tetris on Quest 3, the Tetris Beats or something. I can't remember what the title is. It is phenomenal. It is an amazing
Let's
game.
go. Tetris is best for like its music. No, literally though.
Yes, it has amazing music
Bro,
in
my
that game.
goodness. Dude, literally, bro. Here we go.
Now, what's his biggest Tetris? That's
You
on
give
this
away a
list?
Trim UI Smart Pro.
That's crazy.
I do not have one of those to give away. It's a little out of my price range right now. Sorry about that. I love your content. Thank you very much, sir. Or madam.
Appreciate you.
I'm not sure.
Who's his biggest Tetris, though?
Dude.
Who we're doing top 20 most iconic game characters right now.
Yep.
We have, here's our top 11 so
Yo.
far. Mario, Pikachu, Sonic, Pac-Man, Master Chief, Ryu, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Mega Man, Link, and Tetris. We're going for number 12. So
I wish this list wasn't so hard.
it is incredibly hard. I knew it would be. I knew there'd be a lot of discussion about who should be up there.
I'll have to leave in
Um,
like 8 minutes. I have a meeting. I have another meeting.
All good.
Just letting you guys know.
I feel like I'm playing chess right now. Like I'm really
No,
thinking.
legit, bro. I'm like, if I make the wrong move, I just lose.
we might not get through 20. We might only get through the top 15.
For real.
I
I don't know. I think yeah, go for it.
At this point, after you're out of the top 10, I feel like it gets a little more loosey goosey with who you put where, right?
Well, I mean, with all these iconic characters, though, making a top 20, like who gets to be in the top 20 is hard because it's like it's like there's not enough spaces.
I think Steve needs to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Jonesy needs to be up there.
Agreed.
I think either Sub-Zero or Scorpion 1 need to be in the top 20.
For sure.
I'm not going to lie.
We can just pick one of them.
Sub-Zero more, but that's just me.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't know about you.
It just needs to be one of them.
Get over here is like everyone knows that, bro.
Man, get over.
Everyone knows get over here. That's Scorpion, bro.
Like, I kind of feel like Kratos needs to be in the top 20 too.
Yep. Kratos needs to be up there. If he's not up there, I'll be so sad.
I love Kratos, but like, easy.
How is Pikachu not at the top? Pikachu is at the top, just not number 1.
Yeah, he's literally in part number 2.
He's number 2.
Yeah, he's literally number 2.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Only because Mario exists.
Yeah, only if Mario didn't exist,
it would be Pikachu.
Yugi would have gotten Pikachu up there.
Yeah, 100%. I just feel like because of the cultural and historic significance of Mortal Kombat, I almost feel like it has to be Mortal Kombat next. I can't think of anything more, like but I'm in the retro mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking like Tetris, Mortal Kombat, like those classic games.
I would put Steve next.
Yeah, obviously not more iconic than Street Fighter, but definitely culturally significant. There's no way you can't talk about gaming because Mortal Kombat started the ESRB. They're the reason why we have the ratings in our games. It's Mortal Kombat. Like,
I do plan more giveaways in the future. Probably this summer I'm going to do a couple, and then again in the fall I'll do a couple of giveaways. Just want to answer that question real quick. And the only reason I wouldn't do more now is because the service that you're signing up through is literally $50 a month, and like I can't afford to do that all the time. Why did they make Mario? How dare they?
For real. That's the only reason why.
All right. Okay. So we got 12.
Now,
we got to 12.
To Mortal, yeah. Who would be next to Mortal Kombat of all?
Let's check out this giveaway real quick. You guys think about who's next.
All right.
The competition has ended, and hey, we do have a couple more people who have signed up in those last 10 minutes. We're going to pick a winner now. And the winner of the AverMedia streaming kit is Steve Moody. Steve Moody.
Congrats, Mr. Moody.
Let's go. Nice job in being there.
His kind and encouraging thing was that he fixed his uncle's internet yesterday. Thank you, Steve, for running tech support for your uncle. He needs that internet.
Dude, let's freaking go, bro.
A couple of other people said that they shared. One person said they shared their pencil with a random person, and they hoped that it encouraged them to be kind to someone else. We had someone who shared the gospel with a Muslim, emphasizing the hope that they found in Jesus. That's awesome.
Yeah,
love awesome. Hearing that. And we have somebody else. Here's another one that said they helped someone find his lost item at the airport. That's pretty awesome too. Way to sacrifice your time to help somebody else. I love that. So again, we'll do some more giveaways in the summer months, and do the same kind of thing. Just share something kind and encouraging that you've done for someone else, and that will enter you to win. I don't know what the prize will be yet, but I'm working on that as we speak. So thanks to everybody who entered, and congratulations to Steve Moody, who won.
Congrats, Steve.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow and get this sent his way.
Let's go.
Okay. Falcon, you have to leave in like 2 minutes.
Yep.
So can we fill this 15 out? I really wanted to get your take on another topic, but we spent too long on this list.
Yeah, my apologies.
I think in terms of relevance, compared to those two that are up there right now, I think Minecraft will be fair. Like, you see Steve and you think of Minecraft. I mean, that's a huge game, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Minecraft and continues to sell and continues to be huge.
Yeah.
And it has been for over a decade. I mean, and it's on every platform, so I think that's fair.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Because now it's really getting hard.
All right.
See, because now you see that, and then it's like, okay, obviously the follow-up, just like you put, would be Jonesy, because Fortnite is Fortnite.
And it's been on top for years.
And I don't think it'll ever stop. I think Fortnite is going to be relevant forever, the way they're going.
My pride hurts putting Jonesy on that list. Because like all I can think of is like the freaking Gen Z kids. Like when I look at Fortnite.
But he's iconic. I mean, you see that and you're looking at something.
Everybody knows what Fortnite is. Like
yes.
And it's just taken off. Like everybody like you see Fortnite and you're like, "Oh my goodness. That's Fortnite."
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know that a Fortnite used to mean 2 weeks. Like they like Fortnite. Wait, are you talking about the game? Oh my goodness, though.
That's funny. Yeah.
Now you got to think who here would be on par with that.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think that's why you start going like more diverse, like you put Lara Croft or you put Kratos up there next.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it gets, I think. Yeah, this is where it gets a little
But
wonky.
you definitely don't put a Baldur's Gate 3 character up there. I'm going with Lara Croft.
Fair.
I think that's fair. I mean, she's iconic. She is iconic. She is an iconic character. She's just not number one.
No. Yeah, you're more generous than me.
Sora.
I was gonna put her in honorable mentions.
No, literally, bro, dude. I was so mad about that other list that it bumped her down in my rankings. Like,
yeah, I feel bad. Yeah, right. We have like an inherent bias of like wanting to put her at the lowest now.
That's hilarious.
Just because she was at the top of that other list, I don't want her to be in ours. Like, that's how mad I am.
Because like, okay, just hear me out. Samus is way cooler than Tomb Raider. Can we be real, bro?
Legit,
Samus is cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a cool character, and that's for the girls. That's one of y'all's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. See, legit in the top 20, you have a girl character.
Yeah, like she's cool, man.
Yeah, and not including freaking Lara Croft. Like, my God.
No,
Samus is cool. A lot of people just don't know Samus's name. So I keep getting hung up on, do people know the name? And I feel like that's one that the name's not as well known.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you see that costume and you're like, dang.
It's that suit is so cool.
The suit is honestly, I've seen reels and I've seen videos of people like actually having like an actual replica of the suit. I'm just like, dang.
It's one of the coolest costumes ever created. Yeah.
It's like when you see like a working Iron Man suit. Like it's like you're just like, oh my freaking goodness, that's so cool. Like
I'm gonna sound like a Sony pony, but it might be Spyro Crash, dude. I don't know about Kratos like that. I'm gonna be honest. Over Spyro? But you know what?
Okay,
Spyro
yeah,
kind of fell off.
okay.
You know what? That's fair. Actually, you know what?
Okay.
I think it's okay if you put
Okay,
Kratos,
no,
'cause
I
Spyro
do
kinda
agree
fell
with you.
off.
I do agree with you that Spyro is iconic. But if I'm gonna put one character over the other, I would put Kratos over
Yeah, I think
Spyro.
that's fair. I
do think Crash Bandicoot is a little bit more recognizable
Mm.
Versus Kratos. But at the same time, through their new game, through Ragnarok, I feel like Kratos gained a lot of clout.
He did. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like
Screenlight wants us to show Ezio some love.
Ezio gets honorable mentions.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they kind of did it to themselves. Like, every other Assassin's Creed game looks like that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. It just don't do anything for me anymore.
You know, can we think about it as that costume with the white hood?
That's fair.
As being the icon for the franchise, you know, not necessarily Ezio as a character.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think it's like my eyes. Like, if the Black Flag character was on there, I'd be like, put him on there. But I guess
he's still got a white hood, you know, like it's
fair.
It's
I agree. The white hood is very iconic, but I mean, like, it's like if you put his name on a list without an image, I don't think people would know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That might just be me.
Yeah, I think it's honorable. I don't know if it's iconic. Like, I think Joel would be more iconic just for the impact of that story and everything behind it. I would more than Ezio, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me, though.
That's wow.
I know it is wild.
So
it is.
The Joel to me, like, he looks the design is too generic looking.
Yeah,
like I don't feel like that's.
He looks like an
iconic
person.
look. He just looks like a normal guy.
Yeah, maybe it's just that's what I'm saying. It might be personal bias, but I can't
like if it was a silhouette, would you know it was Joel?
No, that's fair.
No.
I see what you're saying.
Screenlights hurt. Screenlights said blasphemy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I would know Samus was Samus if it was an outline. You know what I'm saying?
You would know Samus was Samus, right?
Yeah,
you're like, wait a minute, who's that Pokemon? Like, oh my goodness, bro. Like, you already know. I'm thinking about that now. Actually, looking at this whole list and thinking about it, if you block out and just like make it all like black, like all the characters are just like blacked out.
Silhouette.
I think I would know who every single character is.
Yeah.
I think you'd have a good idea of most all of them, especially Tetris.
Yeah.
All right, so are we putting is Fox going on there? Is Crash going on there? Like who's
I don't think Fox is as big as Kratos, bro. You got to put somebody worthy next to Kratos. Who's worthy?
Shovel
Knight next to the most famous atheist in gaming.
Dude, my man doesn't believe in God so much
he kills
he
them
is
all.
Getting rid of all of them. like you guys you're not that cool.
Okay,
you're
so Spyro.
Probably
or Crash.
I think more Crash.
Yeah,
or
I would
Rayman.
Crash. I would.
You guys are not too fond of Rayman, huh?
He's okay. He just doesn't do anything for me personally.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I think Banjo-Kazooie's more legit than Rayman.
It's like when I look at Banjo, I recognize Banjo more than I recognize Ray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I've played Ray more than I played Banjo.
So Crash.
Crash.
You want to go with Crash?
More so, yeah. I would go with Crash.
Okay, we're almost there. Then we got one more to pick.
Worthy of standing next to Crash.
Princess Peach.
No, literally though.
He said it so. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh no! I got it, guys. It's I don't got it. I was joking, but legit the character that I thought of popped into my head and popped out just as quickly, and I was gonna say like the most meme-worthy character for like a quick 2 seconds, but now I can't even remember it.
Yeah.
Look, Tej is right. Yes, there's so many reasons why. Yes,
you guys are trolling.
Oh my gosh,
they are. There are so many reasons.
They are trolling.
Princess Peach should be number 2, but you know, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. The only two I'm looking at is just Banjo because of what Rare did and all that, right? And Banjo has a really cool community and like
yeah.
people that love banjo. And then I'm looking at Doom only because of what it defines for FPS games.
You're
you know what
back
I
to
mean?
Doom?
Man, Doom
Yeah.
isn't there for me, bro. Because like, it's not. I know Doom did a lot for the FPS community, and like
Did a
Doom is an
ton.
amazing game and franchise and all that. But in terms of icon, like it's like
Oh
they're-
yeah, you
they're
know what?
too
You're right.
similar.
Yeah,
like, they're too similar.
I think that for me personally, the classic look is better than that look, but that's just
Yeah.
Okay. Respect. Yep.
the goofy Marine outfit that they used to have. That was really
Mhm.
funny. But yeah, I'm
So
just
we
thinking
decided
like
to choose.
franchise.
That's, you know,
Sephiroth is
gosh.
pretty. He's
I
like a
don't think-
one-up
yeah.
character for Final Fantasy VII. Like I get it.
Legit,
Like
like
he looks menacing. You know, he's.
See, I
he was
actually
in a
think
weird
that
era.
the Buster Sword that Cloud holds
Is actually
is
iconic by
iconic.
is
itself.
Him.
actually what is iconic about Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
More than even
Yep.
Cloud. It's Cloud's hair and the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
wait,
It's
isn't that just
Buster
Naruto? Wait a minute.
Yeah. That Buster
like,
Sword
dude,
is ignorantly, but it's just
Yeah.
a slab of meat of
Dude.
not even a slab of meat. It's just a slab
Legit,
of metal.
show someone that sword and ask them if they know what it is. They probably do. They probably
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about all the cartoons that I've watched, bro, where like that sword is just sitting in the background as a
I know.
like a pop reference.
Really,
Like,
the
it's-
sword might be what goes on at number
Dude,
20.
legit, just get rid of that image and go find the image of the sword instead.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Oh my gosh. Yo.
Yeah, that might be up.
Somewhere Big Daddy from Bioshock
Oh
is
my
jealous of
goodness,
me
bro.
watching
Ain't
this
no way.
stream.
Definitely honorable
That's-
mention.
You know what? I didn't even think about him, but yeah,
Yeah.
that should have been down here.
Yeah.
Yep. Dang.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think that might be the most fair, guys. That sword, you
It's
can't mistake that sword. Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
It's
I think
done.
that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah.
It's
It's
done.
crazy that like pretty much all of Sony's at the bottom. Sheesh.
Dang, I guess
Compared to
I guess
the
we know
rest.
who's better.
Yeah.
Dang.
These Japanese companies,
Good-
bro.
good thing-
It's
good
a
thing,
miracle Master
Zach
Chief is up
here.
there.
Good thing Zach isn't here from the
Well,
Nerd Cave. Ah.
He's the only Microsoft character. Oh no, Steve's up there. But
Legit, Zach would
Yeah.
be so mad. Zach would not approve.
well, I don't know that he wouldn't approve. I mean, it's not who's the most popular or who do you like more. I do not really care about Pokemon. I put it at number 2 because I know Pikachu is iconic.
Huge. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is about
Yeah.
who is most iconic. So
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay with this list, honestly. I
more so than
I-
the BAFTA list.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I think
I'm so hurt. I'm so
yeah,
hurt.
it's so bad. The only thing I would change is Tomb Raider. Other than that, I think this is a
No,
solid
legit, though.
list. Yeah. That's the only thing I would change. Everything else is solid. I
What
don't
would
have any
you put
arguments.
there?
More than Tomb Raider?
Literally any other character that you have down there, except for actually no, that's a lie. Not any other character that you have down there. But
I'm not,
Maybe-
put, I'm not putting Hubert up there. I hate him.
Yeah, I'd be if I replaced her with Banjo, I wouldn't lose sleep.
yeah, legit, same.
Because he makes me think of Rare. And just Rare is just such a great company. Like I know they
I don't
fell
know.
off, but man, like I used to
You
love
could
their
even put
games.
Shovel Knight there, and I wouldn't be hurt. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, the most honorable mentions definitely I think need to be these people.
mhm.
Oh yeah, like to me it wouldn't be Sub-Zero, it'd be Scorpion. But hey, man, yeah, I mean they're the
Yeah.
same dude, basically. I mean, same franchise. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Same franchise. Yeah,
We're trying to pick one person per franchise.
that's
so.
fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yep. Snake.
Did I feel?
Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
like,
saying. And guys, like I don't know if y'all know this, I'm like a Metal Gear fanatic, but
Yeah.
I still don't think Snake's look is iconic, bro. It's
Are
a
you
little too
sure?
generic. Yeah, I promise you,
If
bro.
he didn't
And
have
here's
that
the
long wavy bandana,
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that's
He
what
wouldn't have an
completes the
iconic
look. You know
look.
what I'm saying though? It's
Yeah,
like
he
you
really
look at them and you're
wouldn't.
like, oh dang, there he is. Whoa, I
Yeah.
don't
but
know.
when
That's,
you see the dude with that
I guess.
on and that's waving in the wind,
Well, it's like
you
they
know,
gave him enough in order for him to stand out among his competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I still think when you look at him, you're like, oh, that's Solid Snake.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. But compared to the rest, bro, I don't know.
Oh
man.
yeah, well,
And
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
I
saying.
think
Like,
our top 20 list is pretty solid, honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to argue.
yeah, I mean, it's a hard list to make.
Anything over Mario, I'm not even gonna listen to you.
Sam from Splinter Cell over Snake.
Oh, I forgot about Sam Fisher.
Greater than Snake.
It-
Can you?
He is pretty
Who's Screenlight?
iconic.
Is this one of your guys? Fucking.
No, Screenlight's not one of my guys.
I'm gonna ban him real quick. No, I'm joking.
No. Why? Why though? Sam from Splinter Cell.
He still loves Snake. Hey, he still loves Snake. It's okay.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
Oh my god.
No, I heard they're coming back, so hopefully they cook because Splinter Cell actually is a really good game.
Splinter Cell's coming back, yo.
That's what I heard. It's actually a really good game. So.
Supposedly.
Yeah, Splinter Cell's cracked.
We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll see if they
Fox isn't up
don't
there, and I'm
ruin it.
still hurt.
Yeah.
Falcon, do you need to leave?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to at least finish the list. I apologize. I can't stay for the other topic too, because I was actually really interested in that one.
I really wanted your opinion on.
I apologize.
It's okay. We ran out of time, man. This was a hard list to make.
Yeah,
It was.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think it was gonna be that hard, but once we got into it, I was like, oh dang, we're
Yeah.
already having problems with the second person on the list. This is gonna
Yeah.
be difficult.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I agree. Screenlight Time Splitters desperately needs a revival, and it
Wow.
was getting another game, and the studio got shut down just like a month ago,
Dang,
and so
that's
the game's
crazy.
been canceled, and I'm really sad about it. I
That's
liked
rough.
Time Splitters 2 and 3 were two of my favorite GameCube era games.
I only played Time
those to
Splitters
death.
1, but just in playing that, honestly, the voice acting and the cutscenes were just funny and amazing to me. I liked them.
Yeah,
The
they were
story
hilarious.
was pretty good. I found it funny how they did their time travel. Pretty W
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good times.
Yep.
even the multiplayer, you could put in all the bots and play against the monkey ninjas, and it was hilarious. I mean, just when
Mhm.
when a
You know what?
ninja monkey runs around a corner and
Oh,
takes
dude.
you down, it's just so
Time
funny.
Splitters
I
2,
love
bro,
it so
had a
much.
stage building option for multiplayer.
did.
You could build your own stage. That was the first time I've seen in a multiplayer like FPS game, like where you could battle it out against each other, where you can make your own stages and play in them.
I had a
like-
ton of
That's
great
wild.
ideas.
That's crazy. Like that. Like honestly, if that idea was implemented in more games, like Call of Duty, like if Call of Duty made that, that'd be kind of cracked. I don't think
real.
Call of Duty could do that, but like with all the stuff that they have, but
Halo Infinite was supposed to be introducing that, and I don't know if it ever did.
mhm.
I think they might have given up on it. I'm not sure. I don't think it ever came.
Dang.
Anyway, well, Falcon, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Where can we find you?
Well, you guys can find me here on YouTube. I stream Monday through Saturday at 12 p.m. PST to 6 p.m. PST, 6-hour streams. I'm normally playing Fortnite, but on Saturday, I think I'm going to start playing Roblox again. So I'm going to be playing Roblox on Saturdays and Fortnite on all the other days. I don't stream on Sunday, but you might see an occasional stream. I just got monetized, so that's pretty cool. Memberships are now available on the
That
channel.
is awesome. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, man.
The other thing, I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to post more and like share about my story if I'm doing anything. So all of it is just under Falcon Tactics. Instagram is Falcon Tactics. Instagram is the real _ Falcon Tactics. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really doing much right now other than just trying to grow up and stream a bit more. Trying to get my website approved, and that's pretty much it though. So yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Well,
Well, thanks for having me.
yeah,
Are you guys gonna go through your last topic, or are you ending?
I really want to. If
All right.
if Yugi can, if we
I
can
can
just take
bet.
if we can take 15 minutes to do this.
Sure.
that would be
I hope
awesome.
that your last topic goes well, guys. All right.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it,
Peace out.
man. We'll see you. Love that guy.
Yeah, man. Good stuff.
So lastly, this topic about, why can I not zoom in? Oh well, about younger generations, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, being, I guess, drawn to retro games and arcade games and just like retro tech and stuff. I think is really interesting, and so this article just kind of talks through that and some things that this person had observed on TikTok and in person. And they mentioned in here that, let's see if I can find it. Oh, somebody last year sold, here it is, Urban Outfitters. Last year, Urban Outfitters sold out stock of refurbished iPod minis, and a 20-year-old Olympus digital camera was dubbed the hottest Gen Z gadget among which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, digital cameras 20 years ago were not very good. So it's interesting. And they also talked about how gaming, like classic samples from like Golden Axe, a Golden Axe sample is in Money from Jay-Z, which is interesting. And so there's just like a lot of hype around retro stuff right now. And it seems like Gen Z in particular are drawn to retro games. And I guess I'm just curious, why do we think that is? And I have some thoughts, but not like a crazy amount of thoughts. So I don't know. Do you have any theories, any insights? We kind of started to talk about it at the beginning, and I cut you off. I was like, let's save it because I want to hear what Falcon has to say, and now Falcon's still not here. So,
yeah, that's unfortunate.
He had to leave. So
yeah, I was saying that to me, I think a lot of the folks that I speak to, at least that are a bit younger than me in that generation, they really enjoy indie games, and so I can see how the look and feel of indie games would be like a gateway to like wanting to check out, you know, the retro era of gaming. And I think this is exciting for a numerous amount of reasons. You know, I can't pinpoint the why, but I think it's exciting because remember, all the developers that are coming out now and making these incredible games, they're gamers. They were gamers like us who grew up in that era. And so if you got young kids growing up, going back to the past, seeing the roots, seeing the passion of game development, and then growing up and then becoming developers themselves, this is only good news for all of us. You know what I mean? Like, it would be great that these youngins go back and see, like, how, for example, how Pokemon used to be played, how it used to be, and not this whatever it is now where everything's just locked behind a paywall, you know? And,
I know.
And sometimes it's like, sometimes it's okay to just stick with the good stuff and improve on that, you know? So I think it's nothing but good news, and I can see why, you know, and it's accessible, right? Don't hang us, certain companies, but emulators, right, help with that type of stuff. You can just, you know, access a library of games with little to no cost. I mean, you can't beat that. And then on top of that, more creativity, less laziness. Everything's come as packaged, right? You don't got to worry about, oh, do I got this DLC or this pack? No, you know, Bo, when you popped in the cartridge, everything was on that cartridge. You didn't have to get anything extra, you know?
I know.
And if this is only good for the culture is what I would say. You know, we can stop tolerating the BS that some of these companies are selling us, you know? It's a shame that, like, when you're talking about Immortals of Avium, it's like you're speaking of things that should be the bare minimum at this point. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to be concerned about microtransactions shoved down our throat. We shouldn't have to worry about, does the game work? Like, come on, guys, you know? So this is good. This is good. Overall good.
I agree with everything that you're saying. Lady Yugi says maybe because it's simplistic. I think there's a lot of truth in that. Honestly, like even Fortnite now, when you log on to Fortnite, there's so much going on the screen. it can be overwhelming if you've never played before, or if you're not in that world. But man, when you boot up Mario and it says 1 player, 2 player, and you just pick one and you start the game.
Yep.
You know, like that's all there is to it. And
just like in that Game Boy Advance, you pop in the game, and usually the main menu will say start options.
Game.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
Nothing else.
This quote here I wanted to read says that I game for nostalgia, right? It says it's like a comfort food, different for everyone. I game for nostalgia. It eases my mind and lets me escape into a different world. It's an excellent stress and anxiety reliever. And this 2022 study revealed that half of Gen Z said gaming improved their mental health.
Yep.
I have I don't know how healthy it is to find your health in gaming, but the point about it being an escape to a different world and it being like comfort food, I think is something that a lot of modern games are missing. Like they're missing they're missing that. They're missing the idea of that people, like a lot of modern games now have become very, I think, very politically driven and very like almost preachy, pushing an agenda. And I think a lot of these companies forgot that gaming is supposed to be fun, and people would rather have fun than be given a lecture about ideologies on certain things. And so, you know, when you play a retro game, you know, it had to fit on a cartridge that could only hold 30 kilobytes of information. So it's not like there's a bunch of dialogue or, there's definitely no voice acting on some of these older games, right? And so it's just, it had to be fun. The gameplay had to carry the gameplay, and the art direction had to carry the game.
That's right.
And it needed to be complete, obviously, because we didn't have patches. We couldn't download patches from the internet. And so I think, unfortunately, people are tired of paying $70 for a game that isn't finished and probably is loaded with them pushing extra microtransactions on you to get you to pay even more. Did you see this announcement about the pricing for Star Wars Outlaws that came out this past weekend?
What is it?
The base game starts at $70. It's a new Star Wars game, comes out August 30th. The base game is $70, okay, which is expected. Yeah. But they actually have a whole story mission involving Jabba the Hutt that is locked behind an upgrade. So you have to buy the $100 version to play this story mission with Jabba the Hutt. And the most expensive version is $130. $130 for Star Wars Outlaws.
No.
And you basically don't really get anything. They're holding the story mission captive, and you get to play it 4 days early. You get early access, which just means they actually are just delaying the game 4 days for everybody else because it's already done. Like it's not.
No.
So,
especially in the social media landscape where being early is important.
Yeah.
No. Screenlight, you said it right. That's very much insane.
It is. It is insane. It is totally insane. That they would do that. I mean,
yeah, it's very it comes off very predatory, and you just sold me now on not wanting to buy it. Because why would I do that? Again, what's the rush? I'm really starting to. After I played Disco and a couple of other older games, I'm really starting to value just letting things be and just being patient. Because, for example, like when I played the first Spider-Man game, right? On PlayStation, the one made by Insomniac, right? I heard there was a lot of bugs at launch. I heard that not all the content was out yet, so I waited, right? I waited a couple years, got it for a really cheap price. Got it for like $20 with all the extra content and no bugs. Loved the experience. So why would I spend $130 on a game that we know 9 times out of 10 is going to have some type of bugs that they need to patch? I can just get on sale later in the year for a way better price with the complete content, not for 130. Let's say they'll probably cut it down to like $45. That's still a better deal than 130. It's like at this point, there's just no point in, unless you're like a content creator of some sort, there's no point in buying games day one anymore. It's like, it's not the,
it's really
like
sad.
It's not like the most economically sound move buying a game day one, unless you like really, really love that game and you have to play it. Like you've got nothing else to do on a weekend and you've been waiting for this game, go for it. But for something like that, I could wait. Easily, I could wait. There's no point.
Well, it's just like, it's so weird. Like even, that Prince of Persia game came out in January, and it was a really good game. I downloaded the demo. The demo was fantastic. I have not purchased the game yet because I just don't have time to play it. And I don't want to spend the money if I'm not going to actually have time to play it yet. So I've waited, but it's been on sale a bunch already at 40% off. And it just came out in January. I mean, we're in mid-April. And I think that people are kind of at this point where they expect the game to not be finished. They expect the game to not only not be finished, but to maybe even not be good.
Yeah.
And to just wait for a sale because they know that it's going to drop in price. And especially Ubisoft games, they seem to drop in price pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's really sad because that game actually, I think, was finished and didn't have any glitches and was really well made, and it still didn't sell. So all the other games that are bad and aren't finished and do have all these microtransactions attached to them and the nickel and diming of people are pulling down the value of the games that actually are done and are good and don't have all of that stuff. And that's just one example of that. Pressing start at the title screen must be a microtransaction as well.
So I'm saying, because for a fact, Bo, and look, man, I'm not like in gaming insight or anything like that, but let's be honest, in these meetings they say, what's the best state you can get it to at least get the game pushed out,
right?
And then at what time period can we release a patch? Because it's just they set the new standard, so now you don't have to have the game complete now, you just need it at least playable. And we could just day one patch, or a 2-week patch, a 1 month patch. We can set up a roadmap. It's
really ruined the incentive to buy anything physical as well.
Yeah,
which I think might be part of their plan, honestly.
Yeah.
Is to do away with physical sales totally, because even Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out physical copy on 2 Blu-ray discs because the game's huge. And they actually put 2 discs in the box. It's like the whole game, but it's version 1.0. And they had a day one patch. So you have the full game on the disc, but if you want to play the patched version, you still have to download something. And that's super rare even now. And I'll tell you something else, is that I don't know if you saw this, but Roku they filed a patent on something that they're working on. They're making TVs now, and they have patented this technology in their TV to like be registering refresh rate on the TV, and if it drops to say like 1 frame per second or whatever, where you can tell that something's paused, they want to put an ad up on the screen. Even if you're say you've got your PlayStation hooked up and you're using your PlayStation to stream something, if you pause the video, they want to put an ad on your screen when the video's paused. So it's no longer even in their interface. It's just anything you're putting on your TV. If you're playing a DVD on a DVD player and you pause it, they want to put an ad on your screen. And I think
Yeah.
that games are everything is going to go this way. Everything is going to go this way, where even games, I think you're going to start to see, and I hate that I'm even saying this, we're getting off topic, but you're going to start to see, you pause your game and an ad's going to pop up in your menu.
Yep.
I'm surprised we don't see more like games that have like where you're in like a cityscape and there's billboards where there's ads on billboards. I'm surprised we don't see more stuff like that, or like commercials in like NBA 2K. I'm surprised they don't have commercial breaks where there's actual commercials, like but I think that in the next couple of years, I think we will start seeing more and more stuff like that, because they are just looking for every single way they can to make money, but the game quality isn't there. And so I think people are going back to an age when the game quality was there, because they're tired of all of this stuff.
Yep. On top of that, with the indie era just completely booming, we got some very creative minds in that space. A lot of them are working on games, working on sequels for those games. They don't have to worry about appealing to some executive. They can just do a Kickstarter or do it on early access and build from there, and very transparent. There's a new I think they call it Bullet Hell game that I've been keeping an eye on. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors. You played that?
I've seen it. I've not played it personally, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you try to survive for 30 minutes. You run around, kill little creatures and try to get to the 30-minute mark. There's one called Halls of Torment. It's on PC. Looks a lot like classic Diablo, same formula. Try to survive as long as you can. Upgrade your character, get stronger, fight bosses. And they're like, look, we're going to get it done in 6 months. This is the plan. This is what it looks like. Just an indie dev, man. And doing things that like people appreciate in an art style that people appreciate.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would I invest in anything else but the indie market now? Why would I do that? Because you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, sure, there's occasional AAA hitters that I've got my eyes on, right? Like for example, when Wolverine comes out, I'm playing it. Let's be honest, right? It's Insomniac, great character, great story. I'm gonna play it, but
I have high hopes for the Captain America, Black Panther
gonna be
game.
Very good. Yeah. I can tell it's gonna be good, but
it looks good right now. What we've seen, so
so far. Hopefully they don't.
Screenlight here is statement of the week: corporate greed.
pretty much. And it's a shame that we have to say that, but you know what I mean? At the same time, I'm not tripping, because as long as you guys are doing yourself a service and at least just looking into the indie space, it does really seem more and more like we have these management level, higher up management, CEO level people who are in the gaming industry who are calling all the shots, and they seem to be making all the wrong decisions, but they are not being punished. Instead, it's the people making the game at the developer level who are getting laid off, and these companies are like, why is nobody buying our game? Suicide Squad, they've already announced that the last thing they're doing is January of 2025, and then they're cutting off support for the game. No.
And it just came out in February. So less than a year, the game's going to be dead in less than a year. It's been on sale a ton too. Almost immediately it was on sale. It's been on sale on Xbox and PlayStation. I assume PC as well. And they spent millions and millions of dollars on that game. And there's no way they're going to make it back. I mean, nobody's playing it. And nobody cared about the Joker coming in the season 1 as a season 1 character or whatever. And we just keep seeing this, and they just keep doubling down on it. Even Star Wars Outlaws, it's just like bad decision after bad decision. Have you seen the picture of the main protagonist and who the model was for her and what they made her look like in the game?
No, enlighten me though, please.
Let me see if I can share a picture with you.
Yeah, please.
because this is gonna blow your mind.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Can you see that?
Oh my goodness, they butchered her.
It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad.
Wow, I didn't know it was that bad. No, that's really bad. That's like a different person. That's not even the same person.
Yeah, it doesn't look like her at all, and that's a bad
No.
screenshot of the character. But even the good ones, it's bad. And when you look at even in Star Wars, you can look at Star Wars Survivor from last year and look at Cal Kestis. He looks exactly like the actor that plays him, exactly like it. But they keep taking these female characters and like making them uglier than they actually are, and it just doesn't make any sense.
No, I think that's so stupid because
that's not the same person.
No,
it's
no,
just literally not the same person.
No, and when you think
same
of
thing
Star
with Mary
Wars,
Jane
like,
in Spider-Man. I mean, did you see her?
Yeah, it's something about Western developers because, and I think it's more egregious for Star Wars because if you think about it, when you see the actors, you think that character. So it's like like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Kind of deal. Like this could be somebody who could potentially shift over to the actual universe. Like could be an established character. Look at what's the name from the guy from the Survivor series? Cal Kestis, is that his name?
Yeah.
People were like petitioning him because he's an actual actor to be in like the movies now.
Yeah. And no joke, that person's face looks exactly like
him. Yeah. So why they got to do my girl dirty like that? Like
it doesn't make any sense.
No, she looks nuts. Yeah, like my wife said, she looks nuts.
They keep, yeah, she does look nuts. It's just, yeah, they could have done a character customization option in Outlaws instead of making you play as.
That's actually really smart. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Person.
That would have been the awesome thing to do, Screenlight, but we don't do that because we're
or just you know. Stellar Blade came under a bunch of fire because that girl was too beautiful. And I don't know. I played that demo, and that game's actually pretty good too. It's not quite out yet, but it will be at the end of the month, I think. And there was a big hubbub about that because they said people who made this game have never seen a real woman. Turns out that character model is a 1-to-1 replication of the game director's wife. And like full body scan of the game director's wife. I think it was the game director. It was somebody.
He just wanted to have some fun, huh?
So it turns out it is an actual woman, but people are just mad because she's too pretty. And it's like, why are you mad about that? Like, nobody complains when I think about. I can't remember what that one guy's name from Far Cry 6. He looks exactly like that guy.
Oh yeah, you're talking.
You know who I'm talking about?
Giancarlo. Yeah, he's a famous actor. Yeah.
He looks exactly like that guy, and nobody complains when it's a guy. But for some reason, there's this hang up on females right now, and looking too feminine is bad.
And the thing is, even girls themselves don't appreciate that. Girls themselves actually, it's interesting, like even scripturally, like I'm not saying anything crazy here. There's an appreciation for beauty, just an appreciation. It doesn't have to be perverted. It doesn't have to be
not at
all
all.
that stuff. But there's a natural appreciation for like, that's a beautiful woman. Why butcher that? I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's the same thing with men. I mean, like
right.
I can look at a good looking man who's fit, and be like, man, he looks really good. Like it doesn't, there's nothing. What does it matter?
No, it doesn't. But to do the opposite, it's like, so many people are just deceived, man. And that's messed up. And I think they've ruined that. She's just doing her job though. But I think when it comes to something like Star Wars, an established franchise like that, I think your appearance means more. Because again, like, that actor equals that character. Like there's no way, like when you see Finn, for example, I think Finn. When you see Mark Hamill, you think Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Like It's
Yeah.
so attached, right? Harrison Ford, right? That's Han Solo. Like, there's no way you can divorce the character. So I don't know what they're
the
thinking.
Indiana Jones game that's coming out this fall looks just like Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
young
If anything,
Harrison Ford, and it
right,
looks
right.
so
If anything,
good.
they touched them up. Yeah, like,
Yeah, it looks so good. I'm really
Messed up.
excited about that. So yeah, it's weird, and I think people are tired of it, and you just don't have to deal with any of that. That should not have to be something that I'm thinking about when I go in to purchase a game. Is what kind of weird gender politics am I dealing with if I support this developer and buy this game?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
And when I go and I play, the games from my childhood, from my youth, nobody was talking about that stuff. We were playing because we loved games and because it was fun. And so I feel like Gen Z is attracted to that simplicity, like Lady Yugi said. There's a simplicity to it. There's just an escape to it. There's a fun to it. And I mean, I look at Suicide Squad versus even the Arkham trilogy. People are still buying the Arkham trilogy and playing the Arkham trilogy on Steam. More people are playing that than are playing Suicide Squad.
Right.
Because those games are still good.
Yep.
Even today.
Yep. Exactly. Like, I think it's, I don't know, man. It's interesting. I'll put it to you this way. Like, it's interesting that I'm so grateful that the gaming community is united on these types of things, because most of the stuff, is gonna be it's gonna be fixed up. Waiting for it is better. Like, for example, you can buy, like, remember how I said about how waiting and stuff, and and things like that. There's modders, man. They'll go out of their way to just improve things anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be a modder to put the original, like, they'll find some way to put, like, AI or something and just put the original actor on her. You know what I mean? Like, just as a way to stick it to the man. You know what I mean? Like, they just have a way of doing that.
That might be something that's very likely to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's just weird because they did the same thing to Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2. They did the same thing to Aloy in the last Horizon game. I'm blank. There's a couple more really good examples I can't think of off the top of my head, but it's just weird.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. It's something permeating that culture, but again, like, you don't see that in most of the indie space. You don't typically see that. You don't see that,
right?
And even like AA games, really, it's something about the major game studios. Yeah, it almost hurts them.
We definitely need more AA games. I feel like developers need to they need to back off the AAA stuff for a while. It's just costs too much. It takes too long, costs too much. Just start focusing more on AA games and getting those out. Spending a year or two, make a good AA game, get those out. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not working, and we're headed towards a really bad place where something's got to give, and you can only lay off so many people.
Exactly.
They can't just keep laying people off. So either the management needs to take a huge pay cut or go, or they've got to try something else, because you can't compete with Fortnite in the live action space or live service space, and you can't spend 9 years like Suicide Squad making a AAA game to not sell because of your poor decision making.
Yep. And it has a way of working itself out, but I think as a company, you're absolutely right. They got to start making better plays here, because at some point the money's got to talk. You know what I mean? And, like, people are waking up. You're starting to see it, right? You got the younger generation who's supposed to be the target audience looking towards the past,
right? And good for them, because there's a lot of games to play that are really good. And I think that, they could, there's so many games now, you could never play them all.
Right.
You know, do we
Right.
really even need any new games? I have a backlog of, I probably have enough of a backlog that I could never buy another game again and probably never finish the games I have.
And be totally okay. And again, you're not missing out on anything. Like, let me give you an example. When Cyberpunk came out and I saw the atrocity that was, I immediately sold it back and said, all right, I'm gonna keep my money. I'll wait. Now it's like everyone's ranting and raving about it, right? The modding community is in love with it. They're making amazing mods and improving, adding guns and all that. And I'm just like, see, it worked out. So even if it's hyped up, you're not missing out on much because things are just going to improve anyway. Games almost like, especially if you're on PC, which I highly recommend everyone at least have some sort of gaming laptop so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you can get New Vegas, the entire collection, right?
So
for
cheap.
Like for $3.
Yeah.
And it looks old. Guess what? You can mod it, update the graphics to modern standards.
I saw today I saw that all the Prince of Persia games, all the 3D ones were on sale for like $1.40 or something crazy like that. You can get all of them. And and it's like, man, that's pretty tempting. I don't have a gaming PC. But I keep telling myself one day.
Yeah.
One day
I highly recommend it because it gives you an advantage and it kind of puts you ahead of the game because the Steam sales are always great.
Yeah.
You can go to different websites who sell Steam keys for cheap.
Yep.
You've got mod support. You've got no rush to jump into anything knowing that. You know what I mean? Because as the game goes older, the modders getting better. They improve on what they add. And it's just like, now I can buy Cyberpunk confidently for a cheaper price than I paid initially, right? Because I initially paid $60.
Right.
Now I can get it for like, with the new DLC for like $40 and all the amazing mods that the modders worked on the whole time. Come on, man.
And you know, traditionally, I would have said, well, I can't just be that because I want to play PlayStation exclusives or Xbox exclusives. And while Nintendo is still going to have exclusives going forward, Sony and Xbox have been porting most of their stuff to PC. You know, it's not always day one, but eventually it gets there. And so now there's a lot less reason to be a console only gamer.
Yes.
And you know, and not have a PC. And so in the next 10 years, I think you're going to see that gap just continue to narrow. And honestly, for Sony and Xbox, it makes a lot of sense because, or for people who develop for those consoles, even third parties, it makes a lot of sense to do a day one PC port because it gives you that many more, that big of a customer base that you wouldn't have if it was just a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
you're just making your sale base bigger, you know. And with these ballooning budgets, you need it.
Yep.
I agree. Screenlight, the weird push for the removal of physical media is concerning. I've been saying that for a while. I don't like it. I don't like the just not having competition is bad. It is bad for everyone.
Yeah.
When these companies don't have competition. And if the only place I can buy a Sony PlayStation game is on Sony's digital storefront, then what incentive do they have to ever lower the price? Because they have now hijacked the price. There's no competition anymore. And so the removal of physical media does concern me as well. And going back to Stellar Blade, that demo got out too early for some reason. And I don't know if you saw this, Yuki, but apparently they can go in and something that you have downloaded and installed on your PlayStation 5, Sony can remove it.
Now, why would they do that?
Even if your console is asleep, they can remove a game from your game library. And they did that with the Stellar Blade demo because it got out too early and people had downloaded it already and they took it off. So that is the digital future, is that if they don't want you to have it. Guess what? It's gone.
They can just take it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They're not helping themselves here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Get ahead, man. Get yourself a PC at the very minimum as an alternative in case that time comes where they start doing stuff like that, because they don't do that there on that side. You can have it hard installed into your actual hard drive and take it with you wherever you go, right? You can get an external, go ahead and install it into the external, and whatever computer you go onto, you always have your game. Now, obviously, it's not physical, and the money talks, you know what I mean? It's just not cost effective for these companies, so you got to play chess with them. They want to play with you, they want to play you and make you pay more and say, we can take away your stuff. All right, you want to play that game? I'll move over to a better, more consumer-friendly platform where I have the ability to get whatever game I really want anyway, that you guys don't want to support anymore because you don't want to put classic, for example. You don't want to put the library of classic, let's say PlayStation 2 games, right? You don't want to do that. The PC community will figure it out, man. And I think that's the way to go as an alternative. But I don't blame anyone who wants to play the exclusives. I'm guilty of it too, right? I love Sony exclusives. I love Nintendo exclusives, but man, they're not helping themselves here. They're just making the other side look more appealing.
Well, Nintendo is the one who is still at least doing things right. You know, they're putting out games that are done, at least. Yeah. You know, like for the most part. And so, and you know, there have been patches for Nintendo games too, but it's not to the extent that we're seeing from these the other consoles. And so, I feel better about buying physical with them or buying exclusives with them. Plus their consoles are generally less expensive, their games are generally less expensive, so it's, I don't know, they're in kind of their own like weird in between category in a lot of ways sometimes with me. Obviously I love Mario, that's why I picked it as the most iconic character of all time. So I don't know, but PC gaming has become more and more appealing, I think, for all the reasons that you just said. And you put on top of that emulation of all these older games. A lot of times you can upscale older games that were maybe 480p originally to 1080p, even 4K, running at 60 frames per second, and get some HD textures in there or whatever, and make them look almost as if they're brand new. And that's pretty incredible. So
I've been playing a lot with the reason why I'm like ranting and raving about modding and improving is because, for example, like we just talked about Skyrim earlier. I actually been playing around with modding that game. You can make it to where you choose how you start the game in a role with better perks, better systems, like improvement of like your armor, for example. So where
you don't have to go through the cave and fight the bear.
You do not have to go through the whole, intro that everyone, the famous meme, right? Oh, you woke up and you're going down the road on Skyrim. Yeah. Instead, you can just select, I own a property at one of the holds and I'm a retiree. Or you can say I'm a soldier for one of the armies and you can choose which army you want to join, right? You'll notice you've played Skyrim, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Skyrim, the story, there's a war going on between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks. You can add a mod to where now there's actually battles going on as you're walking around, depending on which,
never battles.
There's never battles. So I installed the mod, and when you're closer to those bordering territories, there'll be camps and they'll attack each other, and it's really cool. And depending on which faction you choose, you see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's like the games, they age like wine on PC. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you're telling me you'd rather spend $70 that Sony can just snatch from you? That's crazy. Come on now. You spend $70 on a game that doesn't age like wine. Most likely isn't physical because they're trying to get away with that. They can rip it away from you now while your console's asleep. That's insane, by the way. And
that was just a demo, and it was because it for some reason went live on the storefront too early.
Yeah, but see, you know why
the fact that they can do it is what's concerning.
Yeah, because they know, for example, the whole PT controversy. Remember? So PT was the playable demo that Hideo Kojima made for Silent Hills, and they removed it from the store, even though that was literally like an iconic game. So people who had that game originally still saved on their PS4. They couldn't even update like their console because it would be removed or you wouldn't be able to play it.
Right.
And those consoles with like original PT stored in it were selling for like buku bucks because
that's crazy
for that exact reason. And so imagine, you got a company like Konami saying, look, we're kicking out Hideo Kojima, we're firing him. We don't want anything to do with him. So we want to delete PT from everyone's consoles. And you wake up and then the demo's gone. And it could have been a gem of a game. You know what I mean? Now they're trying to remedy that issue. Those companies, man, they all talk together. They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So now they don't have to have that problem anymore where like people are saving the game on their consoles and not deleting the game and not even updating the console. Now they can just go in remotely and do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not a problem anymore.
Right. And now even, well, let me read this comment. It's revoking the license off your account. And that's true. That's what's happening. So keep in mind that Steam can do the same thing too. Unfortunately, they can. And where they've gone with that is that what you're talking about is that you used to not have to often to make sure your key is still valid.
Yeah.
And so that's become part of this. But man, I feel like we have talked about so many things. Based off of
there is a bypass though, and they know that too. Like, if you can remain offline from Steam and just use it as a UI, or you can run the EXE, like depending on what operating system you have. So there's a way to bypass that whole situation on PC. Where again, as when you're on a console, you're forced to conform to whatever terms of service and whatever that software tells you to do. You have to do it unless you hack it. And you've got people doing that too. See,
well,
all you're doing is making it more appealing, man. And it's a shame. You want to make your money. You guys want to make money off of online subscriptions and PlayStation Plus. What's the point? You know what I mean? The only thing that's appealing is the free games. Really?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of problems, a lot of reasons to go back and play retro games. That's for sure.
Exactly my point, brother. You know exactly what I'm saying.
That's what started this whole conversation.
Go back, and it doesn't end there. For me, I have been playing older games, not retro, but like I told you, I've been messing around with Skyrim a little bit.
Well, some people would say Skyrim is retro now
at this point, but guess what? It don't with those graphics mods, it don't look retro. It looks next gen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get that emulation and upscaling and HD textures and all that stuff going, the modding and stuff, and it doesn't look old anymore. But but that game came out on 360, and I think there's an argument to be made that 360 PS3 era is now retro. Yeah, as weird as that is to say,
it is weird. Yeah.
I can't remember the years those came out, but it was like 2005,
5, 6.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Almost 20 years old.
Yeah, and that's 2 generations back.
That's right. That's right.
They're pretty old. Those games are pretty old now.
They are, and guess what? I ain't mad because again, on certain communities, they're aging like wine. So hey, man, you want to keep playing? People are just gonna move, and like and I know, and if you're honest, the market's gonna market.
Yeah.
And the people are going to move where they want. And that's why these youngins are going to retro. Good for them. They should. And I was concerned that they wouldn't because I was afraid that this would be like the Fortnite only era. But maybe they're starting to wake up, bro. Maybe they're starting to wake up.
Well, I mean, gosh, I used to play Fortnite all the time and I got tired of it. Like occasionally I go back to it, but I get tired of playing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. So
I don't know why you would want to continue to play Fortnite forever. I mean, it's still a good game. I still enjoy the occasional match here and there, but I don't want to play it all the time. I need some variety, I need some spice in my life.
Yes, sir.
And gosh, recently I've been playing the original Donkey Kong Land from the original Game Boy. Playing that game, and it is super good. And I've never played it before. I've been playing that. It's really good.
That's awesome.
Why not? It's there, it's done, and it's still a fun game to this day. So
there you go.
There's so many games like that.
Yep.
I was playing Mega Man Zero, the original Mega Man Zero, recently. That game is really good too.
Yeah, right.
Still holds up, and it like the graphics look so good. Like it's so colorful, and there's like flickering lights, and it's just a 2D side scroller brawler, game, but it doesn't matter. Like if it's good, it's good. And there's some games that just stand the test of time.
Exactly. You could feel the passion.
Yeah,
you could see. Yeah,
it's really interesting because before I saw that article, I was actually talking to a kid at my church, and he was watching a YouTube video, and I was like, he was watching a retro game. I can't remember what the game was, but I was like, what are you watching, man? He was like, oh, I'm just watching this. It's like a documentary on this retro game from like the original Nintendo. It was like an original Nintendo game. I was like, really? You like that kind of stuff? He was like, yeah, I love this kind of stuff. I watch this kind of stuff all the time. I think it's fascinating.
That's awesome.
I'm like, it's like, and if I really like it, I'll go find the ROM and I'll emulate it on my PC. I'm like, really? And this kid's like 15, and like okay. So then I saw that article, and it really, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So
they're doing their research. That's awesome. That is great. That is great. And they should continue to make it a thing. Continue to do it. Continue to continue to look into it. There is a gold mine that is ahead of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just bought the RG35XX-H, great handheld from someone locally, and it's blowing my mind how cool it is. I also should be receiving my Miu Mini Plus tomorrow. It's I'm so burned out with modern games, retro games for life. Yeah, Boba Fett, I absolutely agree. And the H is a fantastic handheld. I think it is the budget handheld of choice, like the one to get in 2024 right now is that one right there. Fantastic form factor and great games. Can
emulate pretty up to what? Pretty much anything.
It can do up to Dreamcast and PSP.
Oh, okay.
And it's like $68 retail.
Wow. Okay. That's not bad at all.
No.
Obviously on a good deal, on a good Christmas deal, probably even cheaper than that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and I think it has HDMI out, if I remember correctly. You can hook it up to a monitor, play on a bigger screen. It's great.
Very good.
Absolutely great. Enjoy that, Boba Fett.
Seriously.
Retro games for life. Yeah, I agree. There's just a plethora, a treasure trove of games out there.
Yes, sir.
And like I'm still like teetering. I think Xbox 360 era is kind of on the edge of that. What should be considered retro, but definitely PS2, GameCube back, retro. And there's so many good games from PS2 and GameCube era backwards. It's insane. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of great games.
That's awesome.
You are welcome, Boba Fett.
My man.
Yeah. Well, we've gone on an hour past what I meant to. There's
a lot of good stuff to talk about out here, man.
That was a good discussion. I appreciate you having it with me. Where can we find you, man?
Oh yeah, Yugi601, same name on YouTube and all platforms. Either that or with a little underscore next to it. You'll be catching me here streaming most likely Wednesday early and hopefully Thursday afternoon for a podcast. Now that I'm actually back and don't got much going on, so you guys be catching me streaming right here live on YouTube, clips and different platforms as well, podcast clips. And reach out to me on all socials. Talk to me anytime. I'm always down to chit chat.
Nice.
Yes.
Love it. Love it so much. Well, this has been the Bonos Gamers podcast, episode 13, and we're gonna see if we can hit the let's see, at least the 40 mark this before the end of the year. I think is what I'm shooting for. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I like that. That's a good plan.
Yeah. So appreciate everybody watching tonight. Congratulations to our contest winner, and hey, you guys stay kind and encouraging out there, and we'll catch you on the flippity flip.